Game-day coverage begins with the leadoff show. Now, let's go out to the ballpark.
Auburn and Alabama have split the first two games of this series at Plainsman Park, and now the nightcap of a doubleheader. The series finale puts the Tigers against the Crimson Tide. Auburn still a chance to win the series. Hello, I'm Brad Law at Plainsman Park. Jason Caldwell alongside Carson Meyer is in the ESPN 106.7 studios. Jason, a back-and-forth game one today. Got to flush it and hope for a solid start from Andres Alvarez.
Yep, a guy that has really good stuff. A guy that I think really probably in the fall and early in the preseason was the guy they thought, hey, this guy's got a chance to be a weekend starter, and here he is. And
yeah.
for a number of different things, we've seen him be really good early in the season and midweek. He moves into the weekend relief role, and now he's going to get an opportunity in a really big game for Auburn to kind of bounce back from that first game of the doubleheader. And so for Andres Alvarez, get Auburn into this game. You're not asking for 7.
Yeah.
Hey, if Andres Alvarez can get you through 3 right here, you've got some arms still left for this game, and hey, just try to get to the finish line, but your offense has to play better.
We went through the list of names a little bit earlier before we came back on the air. I mean, Auburn has a pretty good number of guys that are available, and you figure, if you could get some guys to give you 2 innings each and go through this lineup, there are some opportunities. Alabama has only hit in this series through 2 games, they are hitting .203. And so if you can manage some guys to get a couple innings apiece and get through it, you're in good shape. Let's give you the Auburn lineup, and then we'll give you the Alabama lineup, because about that time, Auburn will take the field and we'll be ready to go. Auburn's lineup is very similar to what it's been the first 2 games of the series. Third baseman Eric Snow is the leadoff hitter. Chris Rimbert at second base bats second. Ike Irish in right field hits third. The cleanup hitter is the first baseman, Cooper McMurray. Bub Terrell in left field bats fifth. Lucas Steele, the DH, hits sixth. Center fielder is Bristol Carter. He'll bat seventh. Chase Freilich does the catching and hits eighth. And Derek Fabian at short rounds out the order. Again, for the Tigers, it's Snow, Rimbert, Irish, McMurray, Terrell, Steele, Carter, Freilich, and Fabian. Now, the Alabama starting lineup looks like this. Center fielder Richie Bonamolo at the top of the order, followed by the shortstop, Justin LeBron. Cade Snell is the DH for the series finale. He will bat third. Cleanup hitter, third baseman, Jason Torres. Batting fifth, it's the first baseman, Will Hodo. Will Plattner is back behind the plate as he was for last night's game as the catcher, and he will bat sixth. Bryce Fowler is in right field and hits seventh. Batting eighth and playing second base, Garrett Staten. He's been the DH. He plays second base in this game, and Brady Neal in left field rounds out the order. So again, for the Crimson Tide in this finale, it's Bonamolo, LeBron, Snell, Torres, Hodo, Plattner, Fowler, Staten, and Neal. Time for your first pitch weather forecast. It is presented by Blue Moon. When you choose Blue Moon, everything becomes brighter. Every sip of their Belgian-style wheat ale is crafted with Valencia orange peel and coriander. Plus, try the new Blue Moon Light and Blue Moon Non-Alcoholic. Check your local store for Blue Moon, made brighter. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. It is 81 degrees, and your weather app might tell you mostly cloudy skies. That's wrong. It's mostly clear.
It is.
I don't know how they get mostly cloudy. But in any event, it's 81, and the temperatures will drop into the mid-70s before this one is over. Winds out of the south, 10 to 15 miles an hour. I don't know how much of a factor wind played in our first game today, Jason, but we'll keep an eye on that. And certainly the flags right now not really even moving as we get set to start this ball game. So Auburn about to take the field defensively. Tigers will wear their orange jerseys, white pants, navy blue numerals and letters. Tigers take the field. Navy blue caps with the AU logo. Alabama will be in the red jerseys, white numerals and letters, gray pants, and red batting helmets. Defensively, Bub Terrell in left, Bristol Carter in center, Ike Irish in right field. Along the infield from third to first, it's Eric Snow, Derek Fabian, Chris Rimbert, Cooper McMurray, Chase Freilich behind the plate. Same defensive alignment we've seen for all 3 games in the series. And on the mound is Andres Alvarez. Before we give you his numbers, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network.
ESPN 106.7, WGZZ HD3 Waverly, and W294AR Auburn Opelika.
Alvarez freshman out of Seminole, Florida, 5'10", 192. And the right-hander this year is 1-0 in 3 starts, 7 total appearances, 1-0 with a 7.17 earned run average. He's pitched 21 1/3 innings, given up 26 hits, 19 runs, 17 of those earned. He's walked 8 and struck out 19, 4 wild pitches, 2 hit batters, and teams are hitting .306 against Andres Alvarez. He will face Bonamolo, LeBron, and Snell to start it for Alabama. Your umpires, Scott Klein behind the plate. Hank Himonen is at first base. Justin Robinson is at second. And Jason Bradley is down at third. So just about set to get it going. What do you need to see from Andres Alvarez here early on?
Brad, I think the changeup has to be a pitch he can throw for strikes. That's his pitch. I think it's like him and Christian Chatterton are very similar. We've seen Chatterton the last couple of weeks struggle to find, the zone with the changeup. And I think for Andres Alvarez, you got to be able to throw the changeup, especially to right-handers, if you want to be able to survive. This Alabama lineup's really good, and we've seen them really hit some breaking balls. And he's got a good breaking ball, but, they've done a good job of hitting breaking ball. So I think, can you throw fastball? Can you throw changeup and throw it for strikes?
His ERA was under 5 until his last outing at Georgia. Came in the middle part of that game, of the first game of the doubleheader last week. Gave up 6 runs on 5 hits in 2/3 of an inning. He threw 33 pitches. His ERA jumped from 4.8 to 7.17. The first pitch of this ball game is right through there for a strike. We are underway at 7:02, and the first pitch is a strike at 92 miles an hour to Bonamolo. 0-1 the count to the Alabama center fielder. Pitch from Alvarez. Fastball lifted into right center. Long run Carter, long run Irish. Ike is there. He's got it. And after 2 pitches, there's your first out of the ball game.
Yeah, Brad, that ball carried more to right field than we saw it earlier today. And there's not much wind to speak of right now. I know there's supposed to be some wind a little bit later as these storms get ready to come in late night to early tomorrow morning. Right now, pretty still, and that ball the other way had some carry to it that we haven't seen in a while.
Well, anything hit out that way kind of got knocked down a little bit by the wind earlier, and there's just not any right now to speak of. Little tapper back to the mound off the end of the bat from LeBron. Alvarez gathers and throws, and there's a quick second out.
That's the changeup. So we saw him way out in front of that changeup right there, and so good pitch from Alvarez, and it's a good sign early on for him that he has the feel of that pitch, and that was a good one.
Under the lights tonight at Plainsman Park. Starts to get dark here, and it's a slimmer. It's what you'd expect, maybe a little more even.
I'm telling you, there's more people here than I thought there would be.
Second half of a Final Four game going on. Here's Cade Snell. First pitch to him. Missed that outside corner. 1 ball, no strikes. Cade Fisher worked 3 innings of Game 1 today. Cam Tilley worked 3 2/3. Alabama took the lead in the top of the 9th on a 2-run homer. And the pitch is fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Alabama got 2 in the 7th and 2 in the 9th. Justin LeBron hit a 2-run homer, drove in 3 runs in the game.
And it was Richie Bonamolo, Justin LeBron in the 7th, in the 9th, back-to-back. That was really the difference in the entire game were 4 swings.
1-1 pitch to Snell. There's the changeup, a little bit up. 2-1.
That's a good pitch right there. But, again, it shows you that there's some deception there because Snell was way out early in that one. And it was a little bit up, but that's a good pitch.
2 balls and a strike. Snell started in left field, first 2 games of the series. DH tonight. 2-1, popped up off the hands, back out of play, and now it's 2-2.
94 from Alvarez there. So he's got got some giddy up and, smaller, powerful frame for him. He's not the big, long 6'6" guy, but he can get it up there.
Left-handed hitting Snell, 5 homers, 25 RBIs on the season. Pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3. Blew him away with a fastball, and it's a 1-2-3 first inning for Andres Alvarez. 3 up, 3 down goes Alabama in the first. Auburn comes to bat for the first time after you hear this.
Did you know one of the most advanced screening and diagnostic imaging centers in the country is located right here in our community? Bridgeway Diagnostics is the first in the country to purchase GE low-dose 3D mammography and first in the entire region to bring you 3D breast ultrasound. First to bring you artificial intelligence software looking behind the radiologist to detect irregularities. Ask for Bridgeway for all of your screening and diagnostic needs. Find out more at 2bridgeway.com. That's the number 2, bridgeway.com.
At
Reynolds Outdoors, they're all about hunting and fishing and loving the great outdoors every day. And if you are too, you'll love the great selection of guns and ammo, bows and arrows, rods and reels, gear and apparel. As an independent family business, Reynolds Outdoors can offer top brand names at hometown prices, plus friendly, local, expert service. So before you hit the woods, the field, or the water, head to Reynolds Outdoors on Geneva Street, Opelika, on Facebook and Instagram, and at ReynoldsOutdoors.net.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
3 up, 3 down for Alabama in the top of the first. Auburn sends Snow, Rembert, and Irish to face Bobby Alcock. Big dude, number 48, ALCOCK, 6'5", 245-pound redshirt senior, a transfer from Gardner-Webb, originally from Lynn, Massachusetts. And Alcock this year is 3-1 in 7 starts, a 4.76 earned run average, 28 1/3 innings, so about 4 innings a start, 26 hits, 18 runs, 15 of them earned. He's walked 11. He has struck out 32. He is a hard-throwing right-hander. He's given up 5 homers. That's the most on the team. A double and a triple to go with it. He's hit 2 batters. He has thrown 1 wild pitch, and teams are hitting .245 against Bobby Alcock. In SEC play, 1-1, a 4.11 ERA, 7 runs, 14 hits in 15 1/3. Still averaging a strikeout an inning, and he's given up 3 homers. Teams hitting .259 against him in SEC play.
Yeah, so teams have been able to make contact. I mean, it's a strikeout or bust right now a little bit, really. So your Auburn, see it in the zone here. Make him throw you strikes, because we've seen that. That's been the one thing we've seen. Really, everybody that Alabama's thrown except for the closer be guys that have thrown a little wild at times. So you got to see strikes, see it in the zone.
Snow gets it started for Auburn. First pitch to Eric is swung on and fouled back. Breaking ball at 78, 0-1.
Yeah, another really big body guy for Alabama on the mound, and kind of a jerky motion there, but a big sweeping breaking ball to start.
His strength is the strikeout. Auburn has only struck out 7 times in the series, but there's a swing and a miss at a slider off the outside edge, 0-2.
Yeah, and you can't swing at balls outside the zone. That was a ball that was outside the zone. You can't help him out there, because you're right. Again, we've seen it. There's no secret. Auburn's not going to get many fastballs, no matter what side of the plate it is.
0-2. Slider down and away, a ball and 2 strikes. Tigers won the first game 10-0 in 7 innings last night. Alabama won 6-5 today with a 2-run homer in the 9th, 1-2 to Snow. Fastball up and away, 2-2. If you look at the comparison numbers in the series, it's kind of hard to believe Alabama has a win.
Correct.
In this series. They're hitting .208. Auburn's hitting .371. There's a foul ball at the plate.
That's off the catcher's hand right there, and I think there's some. We already saw the catcher in the previous game get beat up pretty good, and that's a rough start for the catcher right there. Maybe
been a busy day for Sean Stryker. He's out there again.
He is. Guy that was here at Auburn a long time.
Yep. Rob Vaughn out there too.
If dislocated a finger or something, because he's holding it out like you would see kind of a dislocation, or if it just get right on top of that knuckle.
Yeah. We get a look on the replay. Oh, it came
right
in
on top of the hand.
Yeah, boy.
Does not feel good.
I don't know what the exit velocity on that foul ball coming right back at him is.
Not good.
But it's close range. Yikes. All right, so the conversation continues here. They want him to throw the ball back. Whoa. He threw it back, but it was a little up and away. They want him to throw another one back to the pitcher. That one's a little better. I'll tell you this, if Auburn gets some base runners in this inning,
you start
I bet you take off. Yeah. First order of business is to get on base. Eric Snow. 2 balls, 2 strikes, just underway. Bottom of the first inning, no score. Snow back in there. Plattner back behind the plate. Pitch clock down to 13 as Alcock steps on. And the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball popped up into right field. Hangs up there. Fowler puts the squeeze on it for the first out. Jammed him. One away.
And it wasn't a great pitch, but it, once it got in on the hands, there was nothing you did on that pitch on the inside half right there. You got to be out in front of that one, and it got too deep on him that time.
You're looking away too there too.
Mm-hmm.
So here's Chris Rembert. Rembert 3 for 8. Swings and fouls one off the catcher's mask. Nothing in one. Rembert has a double and a homer on the weekend. He's driven in 4 runs. 0-1 pitch to him. Breaking ball. Chopped down the line at third. That's a foul ball. And nothing in 2. Rembert 4 homers, 20 RBIs. First homer in conference play was in game 1 today.
And it was a no-doubter.
Yes, it was. Tied the game. And he lines one into right field for a base hit. A 2-strike swing goes the opposite way for a single. Rembert with a 1-out base hit.
It continues to give you great at-bats, great swings, and so now opportunity here. Again, you talked about it. Catcher just got beat up a little bit. Do you take a shot here? Ike Irish at the plate, though, and a guy that's due for a big swing. We haven't seen one from Ike yet this weekend. Let's see if he can get a big swing.
3 for 8 on the weekend. A walk and a run scored. He has not driven in a run yet. Let's see if they do test Plattner in that hand. Rembert with 3 steals this year. First pitch to Irish. Bounces up there. 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, I think you're Ike. You're like, you know what's coming there.
1 ball, no strikes. Rembert at first, bottom of the first inning. The stretch. And the 1-0 delivery.
Down.
Missed low.
Yep, a little down. Good
2-0.
Again,
off speed.
Just make guys throw strikes. That's it. Just keep doing that.
Rembert gets his lead at first. They throw over. A little high.
A little high.
And Rembert is back. No tag applied. Head first slide.
See if you do some movement right here. 2-0 pitch. Ike Irish is a guy you feel like is going to make some contact. See if you can get some movement here and see if you can get a first-third situation with Ike and get a good pitch to hit.
2-0. Runner bluffs. Pitch is fouled off to the left. Got a fastball count. Got a fastball. Fouled it away. It's 2-1 for the Auburn right fielder. 7 homers, 24 RBIs for the season. Well, they reset the pitch clock a little late, and they spin. They throw to first. Again, Rembert is back. See if that's right. I thought he had more hits than that on the weekend.
No, he's had, I think all 3 of them have been the same situation.
Yeah.
2 strikes up the middle.
2-1. Irish takes it outside. 3 balls and a strike. Yeah. 4 for 9 now on the weekend for Rembert. So he stands at first base, and a hitter's count to Irish. Again, they throw to first. I wonder if they would have thrown over this much had that ball not been fouled off of Plattner's hand.
Probably not, especially this early.
So Irish with that open stance deep in the batter's box. 3-1 pitch, takes a shot, bounces it through, right field, base hit. Rembert stops at second. They're at first and second with 1 out. Got a 3-1 pitch, inner half, little down. He turned on it, sent it into right field.
Good job of hitting there by Ike to not do too much. You had the right side open because he was being held on, and so gave you that opening there. And so now Cooper McMurray, big opportunity here, first and second, to take an early lead and to try to get some momentum on your side here to begin this game.
McMurray 1 for 7 with an RBI. He also has a walk and a run scored. Pitch home. Fouled away. Started him with a slider down and in. 0-1 the count. Two hits here in the bottom of the first for the Tigers. Trying to break out on top. Tigers have scored first in each of the first 2 games. Rembert dances away at second. Pitch to McMurray. Popped up, left side, drifting over the net and into the seats, foul territory, and it's 0-2.
And Brad, it's wild is how many times they continue to throw that breaking ball. And we did see Coop have one good swing on one in the first half, but just not a lot of solid contact for him on that breaking ball. And they continue, and Butch told me, we talked about this Thursday, he said, look, they're going to continue to throw it, and they have. They continue to throw that pitch.
The 0-2 to Coop.
Oh,
Now it hit him. Hit him on the back foot, top of that left foot. And McMurray firing up the dugout, trying to get some energy going. Auburn has loaded the bases, a pair of singles, and then McMurray is hit by a pitch, bases loaded, 1 out. And here is Bub Terrell. And a quick visit out to the mound for the Alabama pitching coach.
And there's some movement already.
Yeah.
I think you know now. Can you figure out how many guys does it take to get through this game? And you know you can't fall behind too far in a game like this. So there's going to be some movement now pretty early.
So a meeting on the mound. Jason Jackson and the infield for Alabama before Bub Terrell stands in. Bub is 1 for 9 on the weekend.
And has had some good swings.
Yeah, better swings than a 1 for 9
He
tally.
really has, yes. And, you know, we talked about this starting the game yesterday. Your ultimate goal right now for Bub is to get Chris Rembert home.
Yeah.
Get on the board and take the early lead. That's your ultimate goal. Now, base hit, keeping this inning going, that's great. Your ultimate goal right here is to get one. That's where your starting point is.
Bases loaded, 1 out. First pitch to Bub, lined into left center field. That's down for a base hit. Here comes Rembert. Here comes Irish. Both will score. 2-0 Tigers. 2-run single. Bub Terrell. He attacked the first pitch after they met on the mound and drove in 2.
He didn't hit it great, but, you know, that's the game right there, though. Sometimes it comes back to you. You know, they hit the ball really hard a couple of times in the first game, right at guys, and then you hit one like that in a perfect spot, perfect situation, and a 2-0 lead early for Auburn. Hey, crooked number, the first time you've had one today.
Yep.
See if you can add to it.
Lucas Steele is the hitter, designated hitter. 1 for 5, couple of walks, couple of runs scored this weekend. He bats lefty against Alcock, the right-hander. Runners lead from first and second. The pitch. Off speed, lined into right field. That's down for a base hit. McMurray held at third. Tigers have him loaded again, and the beat goes on. That's the 5th straight Tiger to reach. McMurray to third, Terrell to second.
I won't be surprised if we see them have another mound visit or something like that and go to somebody pretty quickly. Now, Bristol is a right-handed guy. The right-handed breaking ball has been better to the right-handers. Bouncing away, but I mean they're moving corners in early. The infield's kind of medium depth.
Double play depth up the middle, trying to cut anything down at first and third. Carter, the hitter, he's 3 for 6 on the weekend, and here's the catcher going out to talk to the pitcher. You called it.
Yeah, we'll see if we have another pitch thrown by him. I won't be surprised if they go somewhere else right here. I don't know if I see a. Oh, yeah, there is somebody throwing already. Yeah. So,
well, Auburn chased last night's starter 3 batters into the second inning.
To do that twice on a weekend, if you said, hey, you're going to do that twice on a weekend, you'd have to like your chances of winning a series.
Home plate umpire goes out. He's going to try to move this along. We're in the bottom of the first. Auburn has scored 2 times. They have the bases loaded.
And there we go.
And there it is. Good play. It's like you've watched a little baseball, Jason. You know what you're talking about.
Especially game 3s. You go, man, you know what's coming here.
So, Jason, the clairvoyant Caldwell is correct. And 22 is the pitcher. And that is, what is that, Braylon Myers? Boy, that's small writing.
I've been here too long today.
No kidding. Braylon Myers is the guy. Yep.
Senior, another righty senior.
So he's the guy coming in. It's a Pepper Tree pitching change early in this one. We're in the bottom of the first. Tigers with 2 runs in, and they've loaded the bases with 1 out. Alabama makes a Pepper Tree pitching change for a new level of taste. Tiger fans know it's got to be Pepper Tree for the best wine selection and the finest cuts of meat. Visit Pepper Tree in Auburn or Montgomery and online at steaksandwine.com. Steaks, the letter N, wine.com. Pepper Tree pitching change for Alabama.
The Goose Performing Arts Center at Auburn University is Alabama's premier destination for the arts, bringing you the very best of Broadway, dance, music, and more. Learn more about upcoming performances and see the calendar of events online at gougecenter.auburn.edu. That's GOGUE center.auburn.edu. Or call the box office 334-844-TIXS.
For loving expert care for your pets, visit Moores Mill Animal Hospital, located at 2120 Moores Mill Road. Their skilled team is dedicated to keeping your furry friends healthy and happy. Moores Mill Animal Hospital offers spay, neuter, vaccines, boarding, and much more. Moores Mill Animal Hospital, where pets are family. Call us today at 334-821-7739 or visit mmvets.com. Experience the Moores Mill Animal Hospital difference today.
Pepper Tree pitching change for Alabama. They go to number 22, Braylon Myers. He is out of Oak Grove High School in Bessemer. Junior right-hander. A senior right-hander. 6'2", 205-pounder. Myers 2-0 in 12 appearances. 2-0 with a save. 12 outings, tied for second most on the team. An earned run average of 2.45. 18 in the third innings, 10 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned. He has walked 7 and struck out 21. He's given up a double, a homer. He has hit 3 batters, and teams are hitting 164 against Braylon Myers.
Mr. First Pitch swinging for Bristol.
Yep. Bristol Carter stands in. First pitch from Myers. Swing and a miss at a slider down and away, 0-1.
And again, pitch out of the zone. You got to make it be a strike right there, especially a guy coming out of the bullpen with the bases loaded.
4 appearances, teams batting .222 against him in 5 1/3 innings of SEC play.
Got to be a strike.
Corners in, bases loaded, 0-1. Slider taken, ball 1 away. Same pitch he just swung at, he laid off of.
Correct. Yeah, you got to see it in the zone right here if you're Bristol Carter. And again, you got a lot of room because the infield being in, the corners being in. There's a lot of room to get it over the head of those guys.
1-1 offering from Myers. Fouled back, had a good swing and a fastball at 90. 1-2.
A guy that can run. Again, it's 2. Get back to the same thing for Bub. Right here, your one goal is to get that guy home from third.
McMurray at third, Terrell at second, Steele at first.
That is your minimum right here. Get that guy home.
1 out in the inning, 2 in for the Tigers. 4 hits here in the inning. Myers straightens up, comes home. Swing and a little looper into right field. That's trouble. That is down. A run scores. It's 3-0 Bristol Carter with an RBI single to right.
We just talked about it. Medium depth on the infield. There's a lot of room with those guys playing deep. They're playing not to get beat over their heads. Another drop in right there. The biggest hits of this inning so far. Neither one of those balls were hit very hard at all.
Couple of opposite field singles in the inning for Auburn. Bub Terrell went the other way for his 2-run single. And now Chase Freilich, the 8th man to bat in the inning. Bases loaded.
Hey, if you're Auburn, can you follow the pattern you did yesterday? Get a big swing here.
Pitch. Swing. Popped up off the hands. Fouled back. 91 on the fastball.
He went after the big swing.
Yes, he did. 0-1.
Yeah, and again, you look at Brad, and they're playing the shift. This is a guy that will,
no question,
he'll take that ground ball the other way right here, and that's a good opportunity for it.
Terrell at third, the pitch. Swing and a fly ball to right center field. It's Bonamolo making the catch in center. Runner tags from third, Terrell. He comes home to score. Sacrifice fly for Freilich, his 27th RBI of the season. Tigers lead 4-0 here in the first.
Red, I thought that ball was hit much harder than it was, too. It didn't travel very far. But I thought that ball was hit really well.
Steele stays at second. Carter stays at first, and Derek Fabian is the hitter. Fabian with 3 hits in game 1 of the doubleheader today. And the pitch is a called strike, 0-1. 9th man to bat in the inning so far. This is following last night's formula.
Again, you follow the formula. That's right. Quality at bats, get a lead.
4 runs in the first inning, 5 hits. Tigers batted around in the first inning last night, 0-1. Slider away, a ball and a strike.
There you go. Stay away. Swing at pitches in the zone. And again, a lot of room on the right side. Even though they're not holding the runner on, you're playing up the middle for the second base, so there's some room on the right side.
1-1. Missed down and away again. 2 balls, 1 strike.
If you're Auburn now, as patient as you can be, you're already deeper into this Alabama bullpen.
Yeah.
And so now you have a chance to get in there because now you've already on your 3rd pitcher here pretty quickly.
2-1. Fastball swung on and missed, 2-2.
Yeah, had a pitch to hit there. Now 2-strike approach for Fabian.
Can Myers elevate a fastball? That's been the trouble for Fabian.
It's elevated fastball, breaking ball down and away.
We haven't seen a lot of elevated fastballs, though, from.
No, they've been sticking with breaking ball down and away.
2-2. Swing and a miss. And the inning is over. But Auburn breaks out for 4 runs in the inning, 5 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. Through 1 at Plainsman Park, 4-0, Auburn on top.
Spring is just around the corner. That means warmer weather, longer days, and springtime events. For your next event, consider catering from Butcher Paper Barbecue. We'll make your event one to remember with great food like our tender pulled pork, award-winning ribs, or top-selling brisket. Ordering is easy. Just visit our website, butcherpaperbbq.com, and fill out a catering request form. Our catering team will create a menu specific to you and your needs. Butcher Paper Barbecue, your locally owned source for the best barbecue since 2015.
What's going on, everybody? Jacob Goins here, host of On the Line on ESPN 1067. It's the show that tells you like it is and holds nothing back, and you better believe that I mean it. When we're talking about Auburn athletics plus the biggest sports topics in the country, give me a call 2 to 4 p.m. each weekday to be on the line and tell me what you have to say about the hottest topics in sports. That's On the Line from 2 to 4 p.m. here on the Auburn Opelika Sports Leader, ESPN 1067.
Polar opposite first innings. Andreas Alvarez retired Alabama in order. Meanwhile, Auburn batted around and scored 4 runs on 5 hits.
Yep. And now, Brad, we talked about this. Last game, we saw the lack of the inability to get a shutdown inning.
Yeah.
That's what they were able to do last night. Can Andres Alvarez get a shutdown inning right here? We talked about it, and I said last night, I think early on, maybe one of the most important innings of the weekend.
Was the second inning.
Same thing. Here we go. Can you get a 0 right here and do it without having a lot of trouble?
Yeah.
If you can do that, then you feel good about it. Can you get back to the plate? You're already into the bullpen for Alabama.
Yep.
Get a shutdown inning right here, and man, you'd feel much, much better about the start of this game than you already do.
Middle 3 due up for Alabama. Torres, Hodo, and Plattner. Alvarez needed just 8 pitches in the first inning. He's ready to hit. Let's kill the music. There we go. And Alvarez immediately to the plate and bounced one up there, 1-0.
Yep. Changeup was good in the first inning. See if he can find that changeup again in the second inning.
Torres 2 for 8 in the series. Pounds one into the dirt. Foul ball, 1-1.
Here's the other thing about him. When he's right, the fastball is one that drives down.
Yeah.
So he gets some ground balls. He's a guy that can get some of those. So that, hey, over the top of that fastball, that's a good sign for Andres Alvarez.
1-1 offering. Swing and a miss at the changeup, 1-2. Which then, of course, makes the changeup all the more lethal.
Absolutely. Those are the pitches that play together really well for him when it's working.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here is the pitch.
Ooh, good pitch.
Just missed the outside corner with an off speed, and it's 2-2. Top of the second inning, brought to you by Southern Union. Alvarez, shoulders square to the plate, now goes into the wind. Here's his 2-2. Fastball, called strike 3. 93. Strikeout number 2 for Alvarez. There's a new path to the Plains. It runs through Southern Union State Community College. Move seamlessly to Auburn to complete a bachelor's degree in selected programs by taking courses at Auburn and Southern Union concurrently. All at Southern Union's tuition rates. Let Southern Union put you on a path to the Plains. Will Hodo, the hitter, first pitch. Strike at the knees, 0-1.
When he starts to kind of get into a groove, I like watching him pitch because it's like he's so relaxed for a freshman. Showing that right now. Continue to throw strikes and get ahead.
0-1. Back foot slider, missed, down and in. And it's 1-1. 4-0. Tigers, top of the second. Wind and pitch. Breaking ball. Missed the outside corner. Tried to go back door. And it's 2-1 to Hodo.
A little shift on a 2-1 count right now.
2-1 pitch.
Good pitch.
Ooh. Missed the inside corner. It's 3-1.
That's a good pitch right there.
This happened a little bit to Christian Chatterton last week in the first inning at Georgia.
Squeezed a little bit.
Yeah. 3-1 to Hodo. Fastball driven. Center field. Carter to the track. Reaches up. Makes the catch. Hauled that ball in over the shoulder to the right of center for the second out of the inning.
Again, I thought the ball was hit really well, and it carried to the wall.
Yeah, it was hit pretty well, but
it felt like
it jumped off a little more.
Maybe a normal day, that feels like that ball is carrying out of here, and there's just not a whole lot of that right now.
No. I think Hodo thought he hit it a little better.
I think
than
he
that.
did too, yes.
All right, here's Will Plattner, the catcher. 2 outs, nobody on, second inning. 6 on the pitch clock. Alvarez into the wind. He deals. And bounced one up there, 1-0.
That felt like a freshman moment a little bit right there. A little indecision, and then I don't think he was really dialed in on throwing that pitch. And so, hey, we talk about decisive.
1-0. Fastball away. 2 balls, no strikes to Plattner. 0 for 3. He didn't play in the first game of today's doubleheader.
Yep. Attack. Remember, attack the strike zone. That's the key right now.
2-0 pitch. Fastball missed low, 3-0. He's gone to 3 ball counts to 2 straight hitters.
Yeah, and just settle in. He was cruising so well early. You don't want the 2 out, nobody on walk.
3-0. 2 out, nobody on walk. He missed outside.
And all of those fastballs were the same.
Yep.
Pulling to the outside corner and throwing it away from the right-hander. And so got to be able to get back in the zone right here.
Plattner draws the 2-out walk, and Bryce Fowler is the hitter. Alabama right fielders 2 for 6 on the weekend. 4 homers, 32 RBIs for the year. He's a .277 hitter. Out of Madison, Mississippi. Tall left-handed hitter, hangs out over the plate, takes a first pitch strike, 0-1.
There you go, good pitch right there. Get back ahead and pitch from in front.
Plattner gets his lead at first. It's a short lead. He's not going anywhere. The 0-1. Hit him.
And again, so many pull side, glove side misses just in the last 3 batters.
Yep.
And this, to me, this is when, hey, go out and have a conversation. Just, hey, make sure to pitch through the mitt right here. And looks like it's just the same miss right now.
So Freilich is out there to have a word with him. A couple of freshmen discussing it. And Everett Tiefert quickly, sprints out of the Auburn dugout. Slows up to a walk as he gets to the mound. 4-0 Alabama. 4 runs on 5 hits in the bottom of the first inning for Auburn. Here, 2 quick outs and then a walk and a hit batter. Alvarez retired the first 5 he faced. Looked really good doing it.
Yeah, and I think this is just, hey, get back to your mechanics. Throw pitches, and, hey, Butch Thompson always says head in the mitt.
Yeah.
This is a head in the mitt moment right here. Get your head back in the mitt, throw strikes, and don't worry about anything else. And you got a 4-run lead, and we talked about it. Massive inning right here, 2 out, nobody on, and you got a chance to kind of get out of this one. You got to go finish it right now if you're Alvarez and get back in the dugout.
Meeting is over. Here's Garrett Staten. Staten was the DH the first couple of games of the series, starting at second base tonight, and he takes a strike, 0-1.
And the flip side of that, too, is you have to make sure not to go, hey, I'm going to go groove pitches and just throw the ball down the middle. You got strike one now, but you still have to make quality pitches.
0-1 offering. Fastball.
Ooh.
Boy, oh boy.
Not really sure. Chase Fralick did not move and kept that one there for a while.
And Alvarez is frustrated. He just had a big, deep breath, shrugged his shoulders, kind of shook his head a little bit. Freshman has to be frustrated. Made the pitch he wanted. 1-1. Down and away, 2-1.
And there's the pull side again on the changeup, and way he is holding on to that pitch right now. You got to come back. You got to throw a fastball. You got to throw a strike right here, and you got to be careful.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 on. A walk and a hit batter, all with 2 out. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss.
There you go, good pitch.
Fastball inner half, got a swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. Trying to take a 4-0 lead to the bottom of the second. Runners get their lead from first and second for the Crimson Tide. And here's Alvarez, 2-2 pitch. It's on the way. Fly ball left field, well
That's
hit,
gone.
and that is gone. Alabama leads. Nope. Auburn's lead is down to 1. It's 4-3. A 3-run homer by Garrett Staten, just his second home run of the season, and he launched a 2-2 pitch on top of the War Eagle wall.
Yeah, 2 out, nobody on. And
2-run score that reached on walks and hit batters.
That's it, and you just gave a gift, and then you got behind to a guy that you had to groove a pitch, and you groove a fastball over the middle of the plate, and he loses it. And, man, those are the runs that come back to kill you when you basically hand them momentum, and that's what happens.
All right, here's Brady Neal, left-handed hitting left fielder. He caught the first game of the doubleheader. He's in left field tonight, giving Snell not a night off, but a chance to just be the DH. And he swings to the first pitch, skies it to shallow center. Carter runs over, runs in, makes the catch, and the inning is over. But Alabama gets a 2-out walk, a 2-out hit batter, and a 3-run homer, and Auburn's lead is down to 1. 3 runs on 1 hit.
1 hit.
No errors, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the second inning, 4-3, Auburn in front.
Achilles tendonitis is often as painful as it sounds. The Orthopedic Clinic is here to get you back on your feet without pain or stiffness. Whether caused by overuse or degeneration, Achilles tendonitis can be treated, usually without surgery. But the road to recovery isn't short. Get started right away at the Orthopedic Clinic. Call for an appointment, 334-749-8303, or visit theorthoclinic.com.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center at Building Supply.
Russell Building Supply is your hometown home improvement store. You'll find what you need when you need it. And as a Russell Rewards member, you'll be in the know about monthly specials and exclusive offers. Russell Building Supply, East University in Auburn, across from Cary Creek Publix.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center at Building Supply.
All right, as we get set for the bottom of the second inning, I wonder if Neal...
They're going to put him behind the plate.
Yeah, they're going to take Plattner out from behind the plate and put in Brady Neal.
Coleman Mazzell in left field.
Okay.
And I think Neal will go behind the plate.
Well, we saw Plattner took a foul ball off the top of the hand last inning. He stayed in for a little while, but now we understand he will come out.
Yep. Neal behind the plate.
Okay.
Mazzell in left field. Coleman Mazzell.
Coleman Mazzell. First we've seen him this weekend. Mazzell has played in 9 SEC. He's played in 9 of their 11 conference games. So,
if I remember right, I think he's an in-state kid too, I believe.
Played in every game until this weekend.
Coleman Mazzell, Hartselle. Yeah, a kid from Hartselle.
All right, Snow, Rembert, and Irish. against Braylon Myers. First pitch right down the middle, 0-1. Snow flied to right his first time, and then 6 straight Tigers reached. A 4-run first inning. 4-3 our score. Snow takes another pitch for a strike, 0-2.
Yeah, a couple of fastballs right down the middle, and Snow couldn't pull the trigger.
Auburn 4 in the first, Alabama 3 in the second. Like to try to answer back here in the bottom of the second. 4 runs on 5 hits for Auburn, 3 on just 1 for Alabama. And overthrow there, left it high, a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, unfortunately, Brad, that trend from game 1 continued into game 2. That's now Auburn scored in 6 innings. Alabama has responded in 5 of the 6.
Snow trying to get it started here in the second. The pitch hit him on the helmet.
In the face.
Boy, oh boy. Oh, Snow crouching down, and they immediately call for Anthony Udai. Here's Coach Thompson. He's out. Snow took a 1-2 fastball to the head. He is crouching down now outside the batter's box. And Auburn's athletic training staff,
I think you could hear saying, Eric, you need to get ready. But there's a towel, which means there may be some blood involved in this one. That was right in that corner, I believe, of the bill of the helmet.
Yep, they're holding it up to his face right now. Gabe Gross, Carl Nonemaker over there checking on him too. He's kind of bent over right now. His back is turned to us, and the TV cameras are getting a good shot from behind instead of the front.
He is standing up right now. There you can see where at least maybe a scrape.
Yeah, that got him up around the
upper cheekbone, eye almost.
Yeah, he's going to come out.
You almost wonder here if you go, hey, we're going to take him to get a evaluation.
Let's see here. Oh, gosh. Yeah, it hit him right up where the corner meets the bill. It's exactly what you described.
Yeah, I thought it was right in that
where the bill meets the other corner on the side. And I think Auburn's coaches are checking with the umpiring crew to ask if they go get him tested for a concussion, can they bring him back in?
Yeah, and so, yes, can go. All right. Because if you're Auburn, then Eric Guevara is the guy you're going to more than likely.
Yeah.
But you don't necessarily want to put him in to start running the bases.
Right.
So you go, hey, put a pinch runner in.
Yeah.
So maybe you put Cole Edwards in now to run, and then if you have to put somebody back in the game other than him, then you go to Guevara.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you want Guevara running cold off the bench. Right away. You give
after
him
missing a week or so.
Yeah, give him the chance to stretch out and maybe go Cole Edwards as a pinch runner here.
So plenty of time being spent. Nobody's come out of the dugout just yet.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're.
Do they have to? I don't know. Were they told maybe that they couldn't?
Or maybe they're waiting. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because, yes.
So it's a 3-man conversation here. Gabe Gross, Carl Nonemaker, Butch Thompson talking it over. And now here comes.
I think that is Tanner Waltrip. No. That is
Addison Klepsch.
Yep, Addison Klepsch running. So, yeah, he's a guy that can play the infield.
So Klepsch comes in to run.
And I do think it will be to see what happens. To see what happens here depending on an evaluation. I think that's what they just told.
And we saw this last week. We saw this in one of the games at Georgia last week, where Cooper McMurray was, after a collision, the umpire called for him to be removed from the game. All right, well, Snow hit by a pitch. Klepsch is running. And that's how the second inning starts. Chris Rembert singled to right last inning, came around to score the first run of the game. First pitch to him here, breaking ball, flied to center, or right center.
Right fielder does not see it. He
Right
just now found
fielder Fowler makes the catch.
Yeah, he was not seeing that ball for quite a while and then finally found it.
So there's the first out of the inning, and Ike Irish is the hitter. Irish singled and scored last inning. 4-3 Tigers, bottom of the second. The stretch and the pitch from Myers. Ike takes it for a strike, 0-1, inner half.
You know, a lot of room on the right side. We saw Ike go there the last time. See if we get a first or third single again right here.
Fly ball left center field.
That
well
was hit
struck.
well.
Irish gave it a ride. Center fielder's over. He can't get it. It one hops the wall. Klepsch is waved around third. Here comes the throw. It's a wild throw all the way to the backstop. Cut off by the pitcher. Klepsch scores. It's an RBI double for Ike Irish. 5-3 Auburn on top.
That ball carried.
Yes, it did.
Ike is stronger than a lot of guys that swing it, but that ball, we seen him run down balls in center field, Bonamolo, and he had no chance to get to that ball. It kept cutting away from him, and I mean, one hop to the top of the wall.
So it's 5-3. Tigers in front. And now Cooper McMurray, the batter. He was hit by a pitch and scored last inning.
And an answer.
Yep.
So you've answered back. Get another one right here.
5 runs on 6 hits for Auburn. 3 runs, 1 hit for Alabama. The pitch from Myers. McMurray takes it low for ball 1. Neal back behind the plate.
Yep. Game 3, both teams have used some pitchers. You got to think that it's going to take more than 5 to win this one, so you better keep scoring.
The 1-0 to the Auburn first baseman. Breaking ball, that's in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Well, welcome those of you who are tuning in now to our stream following Auburn basketball's game in the Final Four. Tigers come up short tonight against Florida, 79-73. 1-1, fouled back. A ball and 2 strikes now to McMurray.
And Coops a little mad at himself right there. Had a fastball over the heart of the plate, fouled it back, and now you know what's coming if you're him. More than likely it's going to be that breaking ball down and in. See if you can drop one in right field.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Irish at second after an RBI double, his second hit of the game. And the 1-2 pitch to Coop. Called strike 3. Down and in. Second time he has been called out on a third strike that was questionable.
Yeah, and a pitch that has not been a strike a lot of the time. That's not a strike.
Low and inside.
It's not even close to a strike. I mean, it's knee high, but it's inside.
Yep. All right, here is Bub Terrell, a 2-run single in the first inning. That got the scoring started for the Tigers. The pitch, swing, and a ground ball through into right field. Rounding third is Irish, and it's misplayed by the right fielder. Terrell takes second on the error in right by Fowler, and it's now 6-3 Tigers.
Yeah, and I think Ike's never slowing down there, so Bub will get an RBI there, and then the error allows him to get to second. Now again, take advantage of it again. You get an opportunity here, take advantage of it, and keep adding to the lead.
All of a sudden, Terrell has hits in 3 of his last 4 at-bats going to last game.
Not a ball hit very hard,
right,
but it found the right spot at the right moment.
Here's Lucas Steele. He singled last inning. 2 outs, 2 in. Offensively, this is exactly what Auburn did last night. The pitch, it's low, and there's ball 1.
It is. Again, keep going. Keep going, keep adding runs, keep putting pressure on.
One-0 pitch. Swing and a fly ball to right. He might have gotten under it.
Yeah, not
chasing
today.
back. Fowler to the track. He's got room. He makes the catch. Steele put a charge in it, but it was caught on the track. Auburn, though, scores 2. Tigers get 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 Alabama error, and 1 left on base. All right, through 2. 6-3. Tigers on top.
For 70 years, Max Credit Union has been more than just a financial institution. We've been a part of your community, your milestones, your dreams. At Max, you're not just a customer. You're a member, a neighbor, a friend. So as we celebrate 70 years of trust, service, and financial growth, we want to say thank you. Thank you for choosing Max, and thank you for letting us be a part of your journey. Max Credit Union, 70 years strong and just getting started. Federally insured by NCUA.
Auburn High Softball is on 96.3 W. Lee, your home of the Tigers. Presented by the Orthopedic Clinic, Acre Restaurant, Russell Building Supply, and Southern Union. Also brought to you by Troy Bank and Trust, Jeff Coat Trant, and University Ace Hardware. See the broadcast schedule at 963WLEE.com. Follow AHS Softball on 96.3 W. Lee, an Auburn network station.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
Auburn leads 6-3 in the series finale. And a note, Eric Snow, who was hit by a pitch to lead off the bottom of the second and was removed from the game after being hit, has not come back out onto the field. Eric Guevara is out at third base for the Tigers. So Klepsch came in to run when Snow was removed.
And maybe
Guevara's in at third.
Yeah, maybe we don't have a final answer yet, but I guess for Auburn, I mean, you're no telling. I guess it doesn't matter how long it takes to get clearance.
Right.
Maybe they could be still waiting, but I wonder.
I don't know.
I wonder about Addison Klepsch.
Yeah.
I guess he's out of the game now. I would guess. I don't know how it works when you come in that spot. I'm not really sure. It's like a football rule, and it's in a sport that doesn't have rules like football and basketball.
So the umpires are getting together. They're talking just to make sure. I think they're on the same page,
if he's
too.
Burned.
Because I think Rob Vaughn, the Alabama coach, asked the umpires if Klepsch was eligible to come back or not. He was the pinch runner, and he's not going out there to play third. Instead, it's Guevara at third. And you think about this. All right, let's say that Snow, because of an injury, is out. Well, that's another now to a growing list. You've had Guevara, who's missed time a couple of times this year. First pitch of the inning is upstairs, ball one. Top of the order here in the third, Bonamolo.
Top of the order, second time they've seen him, third time on the mound now for Alvarez, and you got to be able to pitch with some conviction against these guys.
1-0 is hammered foul. He got out way in front, did Bonamolo, and it's a ball and a strike. That one still may not have come down.
That doesn't give you the warm fuzzy feeling. That swing right there doesn't if you're Auburn.
Bonamolo flied to right his first time. 1-1 pitch. Fastball, flied to right again. Long run, Ike Irish. He's chasing. He makes the catch and then slides across the foul line in right.
What a play by Ike Irish out there in right field to track that ball down and to make that play.
A dead sprint, and he had to. And then he made the catch and for a little flare slid across the foul line. One away in the third. It's a humid night.
Yeah, it is.
Kind of heavy air. Here's Justin LeBron. He was the hero in the first game of the day for Alabama, and he fouls that one to the parking deck.
On top of the parking deck. I think it is.
Did that hit a car?
I think that ball was maybe a couple of rows deep on top of the parking deck.
0-1 to LeBron. Ooh.
They had two foul balls that were 400 feet foul and 400 feet deep.
0-1. Swing and a fly, left side, line drive foul off the net. 0-2.
Same thing. So you've seen off speed early. And he slowed the bat down a little bit. If you go fastball here, you got to go fastball up. I mean, above the letters up if you're Alvarez.
0-2. Swing and a foul back, 94.
Yep, not quite up enough there.
Yeah.
It wasn't up enough to get a foul ball, but it wasn't up enough to get a strikeout. So
LeBron leads the country 56 RBIs. He knocked in 3 in game 1 today.
Yeah, now, breaking ball, but it's got to be down and out of the strike zone. You can't leave it over the heart here.
Another 0-2 pitch.
That's
missed
good.
down and away.
That's okay.
A ball and 2 strikes. Third inning brought to you by the Vance Law Firm, where the phone number is easy to remember. They say dial 3 for me, 334-333-3333. 1-2 pitch. Pass ball grounded to second on 3 hops. Rembert backs up, gloves, throws, caught knee high by McMurray, 2 down.
Now, you know what I like about that? No padding of the glove.
Yeah.
I mean, he had plenty of time to do that, but he got the ball out of his hand, made a good decisive throw where he wouldn't have to rush himself or put too much on it. I like that awareness by Chris Rembert.
I think he gathered himself to do that, too, because he didn't charge the ball. He waited back.
I'm going to take my time fielding it, not take my time throwing it.
Right. Here's Cade Snell, redshirt senior from Dothan. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Fastball popped up left side and over near the Tiger Terrace, just on top of the Tiger Terrace, 0-1.
Here we go, like 2 out, nobody on.
Yep.
Alvarez finish the inning right here and get back in, and hey, that shutdown inning right here.
He gets ahead of Snell, which is what he didn't do against Plattner last inning pitch. Line drive, base hit to right field. Really good swing by Snell, and he lined it into right for a 2-out single. First 2 outs have not been a problem. Last inning, that's when the problem started. A 2-out walk, a hit batter, and then Staten's 3-run homer. Here a 2-out single by Snell, and now Torres, the hitter. You'd love for Andreas to get you through 3. Plenty of guys left for the final 6 if you can get through 3.
With Hodo on deck, I won't be surprised to see this be the last batter either way for Alvarez with Griffin Graves throwing.
First pitch to Torres. Breaking ball low, 1 ball, no strikes. Torres, 2 for 9 with a double. He has the most strikeouts on the Alabama team, including being caught looking last inning. Snell gets his lead at first. 1-0 pitch. Low with an off-speed delivery. It's 2-0.
You know, and I say sometimes it's jokingly, but sometimes the most difficult thing for a college pitcher is 2 out, nobody on.
Yeah.
Because you just relax just a moment and everything can change in a hurry.
6-3 Auburn, 2-0 pitch. Didn't get the inside corner. Man. 3-0.
And you also see, Brad, it feels like I just need to try to throw a strike instead of I'm going to throw a strike right here. Yes. So right here, you got to make good pitches.
3-0 to the cleanup man. There's ball 4 in and a little low.
I think it'll be Griffin Graves right here.
A single and a walk with 2 outs. And here comes Will Hodo. Hodo could tie it up with 1 swing of the bat. 6-3 Auburn. We are in the top of the 3rd. Hodo flied out to center his first time, and here's Everett Tiefert. And Jason's 2 for 2 on predictions. Don't think this is strategy. Tiefert went out to the mound last inning to talk to Alvarez, and he's put his left hand in the air, and it is a Golden Flake pitching change. Today's game sponsor is Golden Flake, and Andreas Alvarez goes 2 2/3 innings. He exits with runners at first and second with 2 down, and it'll be lefty Griffin Graves to come on and face Will Hodo on this Golden Flake pitching change.
The Goose Performing Arts Center at Auburn University is Alabama's premier destination for the arts, bringing you the very best of Broadway, dance, music, and more. Learn more about upcoming performances and see the calendar of events online at gougecenter.auburn.edu. That's GOGUE center.auburn.edu. Or call the box office 334-844-TIXS.
For loving expert care for your pets, visit Moores Mill Animal Hospital, located at 2120 Moores Mill Road. Their skilled team is dedicated to keeping your furry friends healthy and happy. Moores Mill Animal Hospital offers spay, neuter, vaccines, boarding, and much more. Moores Mill Animal Hospital, where pets are family. Call us today at 334-821-7739 or visit mmvets.com. Experience the Moores Mill Animal Hospital difference today.
Andreas Alvarez's night is done on a Golden Flake pitching change. Auburn goes to Griffin Graves, 5'10", 174, sophomore lefty out of Jackson, Tennessee. Graves on the season is 1-1 in 5 appearances with a 4.70 earned run average. 7 2/3 innings for Graves, 4 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, 8 Ks. He's given up 1 extra base hit. It was a double. Teams are batting 160 in 7 2/3 innings against Griffin Graves. He pitched against Alabama last year. It was the last inning for an Auburn pitcher last season, the finale of the Alabama series. Alabama won that game. Auburn won the series, and it was the inning that was immediately followed by about a 2-hour and 45-minute rain delay in the season finale. Before that, Graves faced 3 batters, struck all 3 out. And that's the way last season ended from a pitching perspective for Auburn. Graves enters the situation with traffic, runners at first and second, and 2 outs. In SEC play, Graves 1 outing, 2 innings, a run on 2 hits, and 3 strikeouts.
Yeah, Butch talked about this week, pass the baton. You pass the baton here in a tough situation for Griffin Graves.
Pitch. Check swing. Pretty good pitch.
Yeah,
I guess
pitch
it was
just
high,
looks
1-0.
good, period. I mean, Will Hodo's a pretty big guy.
One ball, no strikes. Pitch from Graves. There's a strike at the knees. Outside edge, 1-1 to Hodo.
You know, you talk about big moments. This feels like a big moment in this game to keep a 3-run lead and get back to the plate.
0-2 or 1-1 from Graves. Fly ball left center field, pretty well hit. Terrell chasing it down, though he'll have room in left center. It used its tailing back to him, the slice back to him, and he made the catch. Graves comes on and gets the out. Alabama leaves a couple of runners on base. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 left for the Crimson Tide. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning here at Plainsman Park. It's Auburn 6, Alabama 3.
For loving expert care for your pets, visit Moores Mill Animal Hospital, located at 2120 Moores Mill Road. Their skilled team is dedicated to keeping your furry friends healthy and happy. Moores Mill Animal Hospital offers spay, neuter, vaccines, boarding, and much more. Moores Mill Animal Hospital, where pets are family. Call us today at 334-821-7739 or visit mmvets.com. Experience the Moores Mill Animal Hospital difference today.
The Goose Performing Arts Center at Auburn University is Alabama's premier destination for the arts, bringing you the very best of Broadway, dance, music, and more. Learn more about upcoming performances and see the calendar of events online at gougecenter.auburn.edu.
Keep the offense going, boys.
GOGUE center.auburn.edu or call the box office 334-844-TIXS.
This is Auburn Baseball on ESPN 106.7, Auburn Opelika's sports leader.
Bottom third of the order due up for Auburn in the 3rd. Carter, Freilich, and Fabian. Tigers with 6 runs on 7 hits and no errors. Alabama with 3 runs on 2 hits and 1 error. Close the book on Alvarez, by the way. His final line, 2 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, 3 runs, 2 strikeouts, 1 hit batter. So 3 free passes and just 2 hits. He gave up a 3-run homer, 44 pitches, 24 strikes. Wow.
Texas A&M doubleheader coming back from the dead. This is like that old. Who was the wrestler that?
The Undertaker.
That's it. This is his. That skit where he's coming back at it.
Bristol Carter takes a strike to start the inning, 0-1.
Lose the first game yesterday, win at Tennessee earlier, and now up 14-2 on the Vols.
They won the first game today?
They won the first game today.
So they're going to win that series.
They're going to win the series. They won the first game 9-3.
0-1. Swing and a pop-up right side foul, well out of play.
As it stands today, they've outscored Tennessee 23-5 at Knoxville. That's a little bit more like the team people thought they were going to see.
Boy. I don't know if anybody expected when they were ranked number 1 in the country to go to Knoxville and do that.
Not to do that, no.
Auburn goes to Knoxville later this year. Auburn goes to Austin in a couple of weeks.
Who has
0-2 pitch to Carter. Swing and a miss. It's in the dirt. They'll have to throw him out. And they do.
Texas already won the series over Georgia.
Come from behind win today for the
That's right.
Longhorns in Austin. Let's see. You got 3 road and 3 home series left after this. Home against Mississippi State, South Carolina,
LSU next
and LSU.
weekend.
Yeah, LSU next
this
weekend.
And LSU has, I think they finished off a sweep of Oklahoma today, 3-2. So LSU is 30-3 and 10-2 in the league.
Chase Freilich takes a strike, 0-1.
And that's the high fastball that was not a strike in the last couple of innings. This is the guy that can hit that high fastball, though.
The 0-1. Missed high, maybe a little out. 1 ball, 1 strike.
If you're going to keep pressure on, get runners on base, keep going right here. Like I said, it's going to take a lot. Probably going to take more than 6 to win this one. You better keep scoring.
Ball and a strike to Freilich. Here's the pitch. Swing and a pop-up, left side, foul. That'll spin on out of play. And it's a ball and 2 strikes.
And right after basketball, crowd continuing to file in, and it's filling in pretty good.
Yeah, it's going to be a really big crowd before the end of this one, I think. Kind of what you'd normally see for a 7 o'clock start on a Saturday night.
And here you go, the shift again. You would expect the breaking ball down and in to not let him be able to poke something the other way.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the 3rd. Pitch way high, 2-2.
That's surprising that he went fastball up and away in that situation. But normally when that happens, then you come back down and in breaking ball. Get your eyes looking up and out, and now you bring it back down and in.
Freilich, that deep knee bend in the left-handed box, 2-2. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. Myers came on with 1 out in the 1st. He is working on his 2nd full inning of relief, 2 1/3 innings to this point. Derek Fabian, the batter, he's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Auburn only struck out 7 times in the first 2 games of the series. So far in this game, that's 4.
Yeah.
Pitch. Upstairs, ball 1.
And you have 7 hits.
Yeah, that's true. 6 runs on 7 hits. Tigers leading 6-3 in the bottom of the 3rd. Pitch from Myers. There's, whoa, ball 2. Well, that's one we would complain about if the roles were reversed.
And there have been a couple of those.
Yeah.
Those were absolute strikes on Cooper McMurray, and probably pitches that were even worse than that one.
Yeah. Myers takes the ball out of the red glove, fires it in. It is a high fastball that's fouled off and out of play. He went up to get it, but he had to chop up to get it. 2-1.
Yeah, and, I like the aggressiveness, but you probably swung at ball 3 right there.
Yep. 2-1. To Fabian, the pitch off the end of the bat, pulled down on the ground to Snell or to LeBron at short. He gloves and throws, and there is a 1-2-3 inning. And that, well, you know what? They got him in order in the 9th.
In the 9th, yes, correct.
And that was the first time, maybe all weekend. Let's see. Yeah, they weren't retired in order in any of the 6 innings that they batted last night. So that's only the 2nd time in the series that Auburn has been retired in order. 3 up, 3 down, go the Tigers in the 3rd. 6-3 Auburn, 4th inning coming up next.
Auburn High Softball is on 96.3 W. Lee, your home of the Tigers. Presented by the Orthopedic Clinic, Mountain High Outfitters, Russell Building Supply, and Southern Union. Also brought to you by Auburn Bank, Franklin Tire and Auto, and Gooch Performing Arts Center. See the broadcast schedule at 963WLEE.com. Follow AHS Softball on 96.3 W. Lee, an Auburn Network station.
Spring is just around the corner. That means warmer weather, longer days, and springtime events. For your next event, consider catering from Butcher Paper Barbecue. We'll make your event one to remember with great food like our tender pulled pork, award-winning ribs, or top-selling brisket. Ordering is easy. Just visit our website, butcherpaperbbq.com, and fill out a catering request form. Our catering team will create a menu specific to you and your needs. Butcher Paper Barbecue, your locally owned source for the best barbecue since 2015.
6-3 Tigers as we go to the fourth. Alabama has the 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up. And this will be, for the first time at the plate in this game, Mazzell. Mazzell came in left field to replace Neal, who went behind the plate to replace Plattner. Plattner was hit by a foul ball right on top of the right hand. Stayed in the game to catch that inning, but then came out the next time around defensively. First pitch to Mazzell, a left-handed hitter, misses low and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Mazzell has started 28 games for Alabama this year. He's a .255 hitter, 4 homers, 13 RBIs. This is a regular player in the lineup for them most of the year. And he hits one on the ground, 2 hops to short. Fabian gloves and throws 1 hop over at first. A little bit of a nonchalant throw, and McMurray was able to pick it up off the dirt for out number 1.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that, boy, if Cooper McMurray doesn't make a good dig right there, you start circling plays like that. Now, lefty here for Griffin Graves. Get through this inning, and maybe you go, hey, we're going to go 2 for 2 the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Dylan White's throwing already. Get back to the top of the order here shortly, and maybe you start fresh on an inning.
Fowler was hit by a pitch in the second. He shows bunt. He pulls back, and he takes ball 1 a little low. He was on base when Staten homered. Pitch. There's a strike. Came back with another fastball at 92 at the knees. Fowler 2 for 6 on the weekend. Pitch. Breaking ball hit on the ground towards second. Rembert, tough play, throws from his back foot, and a runner is safe. That ball just scooted slowly across the grass, up the middle. Rembert had to go a long way to his right to get in position to field it, and then had to throw off of his back foot. So it's an infield single for Fowler, his 3rd hit of the series.
Yeah, I don't know where Fabian was then, because remember, it was way in the hole. And it's just hit in the perfect spot. It would have been too far for Fabian to go get. Just no way to make a play there. And the ball hit in a perfect situation in a perfect spot.
Auburn has turned 27 double plays. They got one early in the game last night. Didn't have one in the first game of the doubleheader today. First pitch, called strike, outside corner. 0-1.
All the time, that's a strike some of the time.
Yeah. Staten, a 3-run homer, his first hit of the series back in the second inning. He bats again with a man on base ahead of him. There's a called strike, and it's 0-2, and that one was around ankle high.
I don't know that it was ankle high.
The Alabama dugout just exploded.
I mean, it was almost top of the shoe high.
Yeah.
He's like, these 3 innings just took an hour. That's what he's thinking.
0-2 the count.
Don't throw anything too good.
No. Pitch to Staten. Nope. Instead, he steps off.
Nope, he didn't get it in time.
Graves back on the rubber. Pitch clock resets. Runner leads from first. 0-2 pitch to Staten. Swing and a miss. Got him with a fastball. Whew. Just blew him away. 2 down. And here comes Brady Neal. Neal 0 for 1. He flied to center field in the second. Another left-handed batter for Graves to deal with here at the bottom of the lineup. 2 out, runner at first. The pitch, swing and a miss, just threw the fastball by him. I like Griffin Graves here, bottom of the order, just challenging guys with fastballs.
And hey, lefty matchup here, top of the order coming up. Dylan Watts is hot and ready to go. I think this is probably, hey, finish this one right here.
The 0-1 to the Alabama now catcher. He fouled it off the hands, straight back, 0-2. A 3-pitch strikeout to Staten, and now he's got Neal 0-2. Tigers lead 6-3. We're in the top of the fourth. Graves looks in, comes set. His 0-2. Just missed outside.
That's
Pretty good pitch, and
real,
Fralick never moved his mitt.
Yeah, really good 0-2 pitch. Probably set up a little on the outside corner, but that's okay. That's a good pitch.
Neal 1 for 5. All today. Graves again comes set, straightens up, and fires. Chopped foul off to the right.
Good breaking ball right there, and just fought it off.
Yeah.
I think Graves, your best pitch is your fastball. I think come back to fastball, elevate it a little bit right here if you need to.
Neal out of Tallahassee. 3 windmills of the bat, puts it over his left shoulder. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to third. Guevara gloves, goes to second for the force there, and that'll end the inning. So Guevara gloves and throws to second for the force, and the inning is over. No runs on a hit for Alabama, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Auburn 6, Alabama 3.
1907. Auburn had no paved roads, no local newspaper, a few automobiles, very little electricity or indoor plumbing, and 1 bank, Auburn Bank. For all these years, we've had a part in shaping and serving Auburn, Opelika, and East Alabama, a steadfast partner to our customers, meeting financial needs at just the right times. How do we know our community so well? Because we've grown up together. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, online at auburnbank.com.
Sip, spike, put. Step up your games at Tiger Town Sports, home of unmatched fun and sports entertainment for everyone. From a classic round of miniature golf to beach volleyball, a high-definition golf simulator, and more. With so many ways to play and win. Make Tiger Town Sports your fun and games destination. Behind Lowe's in Tiger Town. See all the attractions and make reservations at tigertownsports.com.
This is Coach Butch Thompson. Back to more baseball on the Auburn Sports Network.
We go to the bottom of the fourth here. Auburn leads 6-3 here in the series finale. Team split the first 2 games. Auburn won 10-0 in 7 last night. Alabama, a 9th inning rally to win 6-5 in the first game of our doubleheader today. We thank you for being with us on the YouTube feed in the booth. The Auburn Tigers YouTube channel. It's 6-3. Tigers on top. Thanks for listening on the Auburn Game Day app or regular radio. How about that? ESPN 106.7 in the Auburn-Opelika area. It's a beautiful night, and we're glad that you're with us. They played 2 today because rain is in the forecast tomorrow. And now we get underway here. Well, not yet. And another pitch comm malfunction for Alabama. Neal, the catcher, gets up and walks over to the dugout before the first pitch to Eric Guevara can be delivered. Guevara getting his first at bat in a couple of weeks. Snow in the second inning was hit by a pitch in the head. Off the helmet.
He is in the dugout, though, which is a good sign.
Pitch to Guevara. Right through there for a strike, 0-1. So Eric, this is his first action of the weekend. He is batting .281 for the year, 9 for 32, a homer and 5 RBIs. Swing and a fly up the right side. That's foul over on top of the 984 club. And well, you miss his power when he's not in the lineup. He has a homer and 6 doubles out of his 9 hits.
First at bat for him since midweek, 2 weeks ago?
Yep.
Before the Georgia series.
0-2 the count to Guevara. The 0-2. Taken for a ball away, 1-2. I think that's coconut. And he's got some coconut to it. Jason with the rally cookies earlier, even though the Tigers are leading in this game. You can never have too many runs. The 1-2. Fastball, that is flied to right. Long run back by Fowler up on the edge of the track. He makes the catch. Well, a couple of hard hit balls out toward right and center for Auburn tonight.
Yeah, day, night, whatever it is this weekend, the ball is not traveling to right field very much.
So here's Rembert. Rembert is singled and flied to right.
Last weekend, that ball is 45 feet above the bleachers in right field at Georgia.
Yeah, that's true. Right-handed hitting second baseman, middle of the field is wide open, and Rembert takes a strike. 0-1. He threw him the slider off the outside corner. SeatGeek makes it easy. Easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets, SeatGeek's the place to do it. Rembert swings and drives it into the gap in left center field. And a diving attempt.
Caught by the left fielder?
Caught by the left fielder, Mizell.
No, center fielder.
Wow. Bonamolo.
I think the ball went past Mizell in left field, and he still caught it in center. Because he cut in front of him and dove, and I think he still caught it behind him. I need to see that one again.
I lost the ball in the video board, the lights of the video board, and couldn't see who got it. They nearly collided. He went behind. Bonamolo went behind the left fielder, Mizell. First pitch, a called strike to Irish. 2 away. Boy, Myers has now retired 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row since Bub Terrell's single in the second inning. 0-1 to Ike. Popped up behind the plate, spinning, well out of play. And it's 0-2. Irish has singled and doubled. He has scored 2 runs and driven in 1. The 0-2 pitch. Way outside, a ball and 2 strikes. What's he setting up there? We'll find out.
Yeah, he's gotten, again, steady diet of breaking balls. I like to see one get left over the middle of the plate. Ike's a guy that is strong enough to get one out to right field tonight.
46 pitches for Myers, 33 of them strikes.
Yeah, he's done a good job.
1-2. High fly ball to right. It's just not going to carry.
No.
Fowler waits under it. Puts it away. And there's the out. 3 fly ball outs in the inning. And Auburn is retired in order for back-to-back innings. Can't turn off the faucet now.
Nope, not way too early on this night.
We go to the 5th inning. Auburn leads Alabama 6-3.
Did you know one of the most advanced screening and diagnostic imaging centers in the country is located right here in our community? Bridgeway Diagnostics is the first in the country to purchase GE low-dose 3D mammography and first in the entire region to bring you 3D breast ultrasound. First to bring you artificial intelligence software looking behind the radiologist to detect irregularities. Ask for Bridgeway for all of your screening and diagnostic needs. Find out more at 2bridgeway.com. That's the number 2, bridgeway.com.
When the Lee Scott Academy Warriors play baseball, Tiger Country 104.5 takes you out to the game. LSA Baseball and the Lee Scott Sports Network is presented by the Orthopedic Clinic, Acre Restaurant, and Mountain High Outfitters. Also brought to you by Four Seasons Federal Credit Union, Advanced Graphics, and Auburn Express Towing. See the broadcast schedule at tigercountry.net. Follow Lee Scott Academy Baseball on Tiger Country 104.5 and Auburn Network's station.
As we go to the 5th inning here, Alabama has the top of the order, Bonamolo, LeBron, and Snell. And Butch Thompson is out talking to the home plate umpire. Griffin Graves back out there for the Tigers on the mound.
Cole Edwards is in left field.
Yeah.
Bub's in center. So Bristol Carter must be out. God, this team is pretty beaten up right now.
All right, so Edwards in left, Terrell to center. That's 3 guys that are now in different spots than the guys who started the game, including 2 brand new guys.
Yeah, and I mean, Wasn't sure about Kay Ballou's availability.
Yeah.
It was listed as questionable. You would think if there was any question now, he'd be in the game. I see him on the bench on the side, but
yeah, he was listed as a game time decision on the availability report that went out before last night's game.
This is the first time Bub has been in center field.
Richie Bonamolo leads it off. First pitch to him, breaking ball a little bit in. A ball and no strikes. Bonamolo is flied to right 2-time. Graves came on with 2 outs in the 3rd. He's back out there to start the 5th. Catcher sets up inside. The pitch is bounced right side. Long run, Rembert. He gets there. He throws, and it's a close play, and the runner is safe. Just a high, long bouncer. Rembert had to go to his left to the edge of the outfield grass to get it. He did all he could.
Just nothing you could do there. I think it's worth a challenge. I think he's probably safe, but it's worth a challenge.
Yep. You get into the 5th inning of a game here. The throw.
Yeah,
I think he's safe.
He is. And again, I think it's worth a challenge there.
Sure. Replay reviews are presented by Jackson Services. Time to review your home's heating and cooling system. Choose Jackson Services. Comfort you can count on. From quick repairs to energy-saving upgrades, Jackson Services keeps Alabama homes running smoothly year-round. Visit JacksonServicesCo.com. Jackson Services, an official carrier-authorized dealer. So we await this replay review. Very likely an infield single if it stays the way it's called for Bonamolo. I want to take this moment to congratulate and thank Bruce Pearl and the staff and the players of the Auburn basketball program, taking this fan base and athletic department and everybody else on just a tremendous ride this season. It ended tonight in San Antonio. Here's the call.
After review, the runner at first base is safe.
Yeah.
Auburn has 1 challenge remaining for the game.
So they use one of their 2 challenges as expected. The play stands and a runner is safe at first, but I don't think it's arguable. It's the greatest season in Auburn basketball history, an SEC regular season championship, a #1 overall seed, a Final Four for the 2nd time in program history. You become just the 2nd SEC program in the last decade with multiple Final Fours.
Yeah.
And a tremendous year. Pitch is fouled off 0-1.
Because of what you accomplished during the regular season, along with then making a run to the Final Four, I don't think there's any question it's the greatest season in Auburn history.
No question about it. We're going to remember this year for a very long time. A regional championship to get to the Final Four, too. So a wonderful year. 0-1. Strike 2. Boy, Graves, 93, fastball at the knees, 0-2. Justin LeBron is 0 for 2, a pair of bounce outs tonight, and Graves gets in front of him here.
I take a 1 hopper to Derek Fabian, move him to the bag right here.
The 0-2 from Graves, pitch clock at 5. At 3, he delivers and misses low, a ball and 2 strikes. A leadoff infield single for Bonamolo. There are only a couple of guys that are going to try to run for this Alabama team. They're only 5 of 7 in SEC play. Bonamolo has 12 stolen bases on the year.
12 or 13. With him up, down 6-3, you wouldn't expect him to be running.
1-2. Auburn's going to throw over, keep him close. This Auburn team is on the road from midweek at Georgia Tech, 5 Central Tuesday, before coming back home to host LSU next weekend. 1-2 pitch to LeBron. Fastball flied right side. Is it going to stay in play? No, it will not. Drifts over on top of the 984 club. They hear a loud bang over there.
Yeah, 93
on
the fastball there for Griffin Graves. Again, it's a sneaky fastball. It is his best pitch. If you can throw the backdoor breaking ball here, but it's got to be off and backdoor. It can't break over the plate right here to a guy like LeBron.
We talked about it last week. His size is so deceptive. You don't expect 93, 94 from 5'10", 175.
You kind of went away there. Maybe come back inside fastball, but get on the hands.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a tapper to third. Guevara fields, throws, got him by a step. Strong arm by Guevara from third base. And Fabian alertly is there to cover the bag at third just in case Bonamolo had any ideas of trying to take the bag. So a nice play on a slow bouncer up the third base line. Runner in scoring position for Alabama here in the 5th with 1 out for Cade Snell. He ripped a single to right his last time. He's 1 for 2 in this game. He's 2 for 9 in the series. Lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch. Fly ball center field.
That one is hammered.
Back goes Terrell to the track. He makes the catch. Runner tags from second. Bonamolo on his way to third. He's there.
Good play by Bub to get back on that ball because that one did not have as much height to it. Smashed, but not deep enough to get out of here. But Bub made a good play to get back on that one and make a good throw in to keep him from rounding third because he can really run.
So now with 2 outs, here is Torres. He's 0 for 1, a strikeout and a walk. He's the last batter that Alvarez faced. So this completes one time through the order for Graves. Griffin's given up a couple of singles. Pitch to Torres. Down and in. 1 ball, no strikes.
You have hard slider there for pitch number 1.
Bonamolo is at third. The 1-0. Upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. First time we've seen that fastball fly up as much.
And you know, dangerous guy here. Torres has got some power. 2-0. It can't be too good here if you're Griffin Graves.
Torres is 2 for 9 on the weekend. He struck out 4 times. 2-0 pitch. Fouled back to the screen. 2-1.
I like it. 2-0. Not the 93-mile-an-hour fastball. That ball's underneath his feet. Somebody's got to. Yeah. That's all you need is somebody to step on a baseball now, as many guys as they're already dealing with.
Rolling ankle. 2-1, 2 outs. Runner at third for Alabama. Auburn leads 6-3. We're in the top of the 5th. Graves with 12 on the pitch clock straightens up. His 2-1.
Good pitch.
Call the ball outside, a little up. 3-1. And now 3-1. What do you do here with Torres? Right-handed hitting third baseman.
Got lefty on deck, but it's Hodo who's a guy that's really dangerous.
29 RBIs on the season for Torres. 3-1 pitch. High, ball 4. That's the first free pass that Graves has issued. And they're at the corners, and it brings a tying run to the plate in the form of Hodo. Fabian and McMurray, a couple of the leaders on the team, go over to talk to Graves.
And here's the thing, it's lefty-lefty up. I think you're going to get a visit, but I don't think you go to Dylan Watts right here in a lefty-lefty situation.
So the meeting on the mound. Everett Teaford, mouth covered. Covers his mouth with his hand and talks it over with his infield. And Graves. 29 pitches for Graves, 29 strikes. I'm sorry, 29 pitches, 19 strikes. 29 for 29 would really be something.
That'd be good.
Next Saturday is going to be a pretty exciting day here on campus. You got the, it's A-Day. The A-Day practice. We'll have a 60-minute broadcast on the Auburn Sports Network from 12 to 1. Not a traditional play-by-play of a practice, but a chance to come out at no charge, watch the Tigers in action, get a little taste.
Yeah.
A little taste.
I think this is where everything's been heading. And for Auburn to get a chance to do that, get a chance to get some autographs and do some of that, what hopefully is a great weather day.
Here is Will Hodo. He takes a first pitch strike, off-speed delivery, and it's 0-1 to Hodo. A couple of fly ball outs for the Alabama first baseman in this game. He is 1 for 10 with 4 strikeouts on the weekend. The 0-1. Another breaking ball. That missed down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. All 3 of Alabama's runs, it was a 3-run homer by Staten with 2 outs in the second. The 1-1 pitch. Strike. Popped the mid on the outside corner. 1-2 the count. All right, the crowd gets behind Griffin Graves. Trying to get him out of the inning here. Needs 1 more strike. The 1-2 pitch to Hodo. Low, 2-2, and a nice block by Freilich. This is a pretty pivotal game here. You'd like to get back to 500 in SEC play, get to 6-6.
Yeah, because you mentioned a couple of those trips still to come.
Yeah. You're trying to keep on pace where, on average, first the 2-2.
Good pitch.
Called strike 3. Delayed strike 3 call. Hodo can't believe it. He shakes his head on his way back to the dugout. Griffin Graves strikes out Hodo to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, no errors, 2 stranded. Alabama's left 5 on in the last 3 innings. Halfway home at Plainsman Park, 6-3, Tigers lead.
Southeastern Industrial Contractors offers the path to a productive and successful career for hard workers of all ages, especially young people looking to jump straight into the workforce. Southeastern Industrial Contractors is now hiring for great-paying skilled trade positions. Managing partner Derek Harville is a proud Auburn University graduate with deep roots in the community. Give him a call at 334-209-6355 to learn more. Southeastern Industrial Contractors, 334-209-6355.
The Goose Performing Arts Center at Auburn University is Alabama's premier destination for the arts, bringing you the very best of Broadway, dance, music, and more. Learn more about upcoming performances and see the calendar of events online at gougecenter.auburn.edu. That's GOGUE center.auburn.edu. Or call the box office 334-844-TIXS.
This is Auburn Baseball on ESPN 106.7, Auburn Opelika's sports leader.
Auburn leads Alabama 6-3. And Braylon Myers has really done admirable work for Alabama. They have kept this game, or he has kept this game within reach. They got some movement down there, and it's been occupied really since the start of the game, but Myers has done an excellent job in relief. He is retired 7 in a row. He gave up a couple of runs in the second inning, but 7 in a row retired. A couple of back-to-back 1, 2, 3 frames.
3 2/3 innings on 47 pitches.
Yeah.
Auburn has not done a good job of getting pitches on him. He's thrown strikes, and Auburn has not made him pay.
Cooper McMurray, his second look at Myers. Myers struck him out in the second inning. Cooper was hit by a pitch and scored in the first, part of a 4-run first inning. Just like last night, Auburn got 4 in the first and 2 in the second. This pitch sails high and away to start the 5th. 5th inning presented by Wind Creek Casinos. Elevate your game plan to fabulous. Play the hottest games. Win fabulous rewards at Wind Creek Casinos and on the Casinoverse app. 1-0 pitch. Missed outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Auburn got the leadoff hitter on base a bunch in last night's game. It's happened 1 time so far tonight, and he scored. 2-0. McMurray swings and fouls it up the net. 2-1. McMurray 27 RBIs, tied with Derek Fabian for the team lead. 1 better than Freilich's 26, 3 better than Irish's 24. And there's a line drive into left field, opposite field single. A 2-1 fastball that he took the other way. And Coop has his first hit of the game, second of the weekend. And a good start to the 5th. Leadoff man is on base.
Yeah, really good swing there. Took advantage of the left side. And I don't know what we have.
Well, Rob Vaughn is shoulder to shoulder with the home plate umpire.
They wonder if somebody batted out of order. No, I don't think so.
No, McMurray was the guy.
I don't know. I don't know what that was about. He's looking at his guys.
Yeah. So Bub Terrell will be the batter. Bub moved from left field to center in the last half inning when Bristol Carter was removed from the game. McMurray over at first. Here's the pitch. Called strike, inner half, 0-1.
Yeah, let's see if, you've gone through this order. See if you can start to dial in now if you're Auburn. Has a good start by Cooper McMurray. See if Bub can follow it up. And hey, there's a lot of room. You got a little bit left to center by the center field. There's a lot of room in right field.
0-1 to Terrell. Swing and a foul tip into the mitt. 0-2.
Yeah, 2-strike approach now for Bub.
Terrell jumped on the first pitch in the first and in the second that he saw. A couple of singles. He's already driven in 3 runs tonight. He's hit with somebody on base in front of him all 3 times. We'll see what he can do here. McMurray at first, nobody out, 5th inning. Stretch and pitch. Swing and a foul ball. Off-speed pitch, he lifted it off to the left, still 0-2. Auburn looking to beat Alabama for the 3rd time in the last 4 years in the season series. Terrell back into the box. Wide stance, slightly open. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Fastball away. And a little bit up. And Bub is down for the first time in this game. So 1 out with McMurray at first and Lucas Steele the batter. He singled and flied out to right field. Edwards waiting to bat. He's on deck. We have not gotten any update. I see Bristol in the... There's a check swing foul ball. You know what? As I look at Bristol in the dugout, he's limping on his right leg.
You know, like holding on to his hip a little bit. Yeah. I don't know.
But he's not putting as much pressure on the right foot or right leg as he is the left.
Man, this team cannot afford to keep having guys beating up like that. He putting that right leg out. You're right. It's straight as he sits down.
0-1 to count. Myers puts his glove up to his ear to hear the pitch call.
Steele barely missed one the last time. See if he can get a little bit more line drive out of it.
0-1, foul tipped into the mitt, 0-2.
Now, Auburn is being aggressive, but right now there's a lot of swings that are up and out swings instead of down and through swings. Back through the middle swings is what has been the key for this team, and you're not going to survive right now trying to hit the ball up and out of right field.
Shift is on against Steele. McMurray the runner at first, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th. Just a little soft toss over to first.
With Cooper McMurray over
standing on the base. Yeah, he was not off the base at all. Just kind of a reset there by Myers, who's up to 57 pitches. The 0-2. Low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, Auburn saw 4 pitchers in last night's game. They saw 4 in the first game of today's doubleheader. Myers just the second pitcher for Alabama. He had to come on with 1 out in the first. And the 1-2 pitch. Steele fouls it off to the left, stays alive. Four runs in the first, 2 in the second for Auburn, 3 in the second on a 3-run, 2-out homer for Alabama.
Yeah,
really, that was it.
You know, and today you look and go, it's been 4 or 5 swings total.
Yeah, between the 2 games, you're right.
The difference.
1-2 pitch to Steele. High fly ball to right. Fowler back to the track. He's got room. Second out.
It's just not going to get out of there tonight.
How many warning track fly balls is Auburn going to hit in this game? It's about 3 or 4.
Yeah, and it's too many. Like the ball's not carrying to right field.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think Steele's like he can't believe it, but like you've been seeing it all night. It's not going to get out of here. Now you can, but it's not going to get out of here like that.
Right.
It's going to have to be a line drive.
Heavy, humid air, no wind to carry it at all. And Auburn has seen about 3 balls die out there on the warning track. Here's Cole Edwards, his first at bat of the weekend. Well, I hope Bristol's okay long term. He's been swinging the bat really well. First pitch to Edwards, misses low, 1 ball, no strikes.
He has, and started finally to find his groove a little bit.
Edwards is 2 for 9 on the year, a home run included. He's been hit by a pitch.
This is a guy that can hit it out of anywhere. If he can get a pitch, he can drive.
1-0. Called strike just under the knees. It's 1-1. So Snow out of the game after he was hit in the head by a pitch in the second inning. And now Carter out of the game, favoring the right leg in some capacity. 1-1. Breaking ball. Oh, called strike. It crossed up the catcher. He barely got a mitt on it.
Didn't catch it. Cole Edwards is 6'4".
Yeah. I thought it was a pretty good pitch. It completely crossed up the catcher.
I thought it was a solid pitch, but normally you don't get a call when a guy doesn't catch it.
Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
You got to expect a breaking ball again if you're Cole Edwards. And Cooper Murray with a couple of throws to first.
Well, now that he's trimmed up,
it's a threat.
Garners a lot more respect out there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch to Edwards. Here it is. Fouled away. Got a bat on the slider and fouled it back. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Edwards 0 for 2 in SEC at bats, but he has scored 3 runs. He's usually the first guy coming in a late situation to pinch run. A ball and 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Hit a slider down and away. And the inning is over. No runs on a hit, no errors. 1 left for Auburn in the 5th. We head to the 6th. Tigers lead the Crimson Tide 6-3.
For 70 years, Max Credit Union has been more than just a financial institution. We've been a part of your community, your milestones, your dreams. At Max, you're not just a customer. You're a member, a neighbor, a friend. So as we celebrate 70 years of trust, service, and financial growth, we want to say thank you. Thank you for choosing Max, and thank you for letting us be a part of your journey. Max Credit Union, 70 years strong and just getting started. Federally insured by NCUA.
When the Lee Scott Academy Warriors play baseball, Tiger Country 104.5 takes you out to the game. LSA Baseball and the Lee Scott Sports Network is presented by the Orthopedic Clinic, Acre Restaurant, and Mountain High Outfitters. Also brought to you by Russell Building Supply, Auburn Bank, and Gouge Performing Arts Center. See the broadcast schedule at tigercountry.net. Follow Lee Scott Academy Baseball on Tiger Country 104.5 and Auburn Network's station.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
Welcome back to Plainsman Park. Auburn leading 6-3, going to the 6th inning here for the Tigers, and Dylan Watts coming in now. Really good job by Griffin Graves to kind of hold it there for the Tigers as you get deeper into this game now and look at it to start the top of the 6th. Dylan Watts in for the Tigers, and Watts has been a guy that has been really good at times for the Tigers this season. Currently 1-0, 8.10 ERA for Watts on the year, but 13 and 1 innings, 264 batting average against. He's had 18 strikeouts, 9 walks, though, has been one of the big deals for Watts, Brad. And you look at him, no doubting the stuff for Dylan Watts.
Yeah.
Right now, you look at him and coming in a 6-3 lead. Can he hold it there for a couple of innings and get you towards the back end and Ryan Hetzler?
Yeah, we didn't see Hetzler in game 1 of the doubleheader today, and so he's presumably fresh and ready to go.
Presumably ready to go, yes.
Auburn is without Parker Carlson for this series, and that's a shot to the bullpen. This would be a spot for him.
Absolutely, yeah. If he had not already been in, this would be a spot for him to be in now. And so you look at Dylan Watts, and Watts has got good stuff, and we'll see if he's able to throw strikes because his stuff is electric. He just got to keep the ball in the strike zone, and bounced up a couple here in this inning, in warming up for this inning, and see if Dylan Watts can find the zone a little bit because it's 95, 96 and has hard run to it. Got to be able to get in the strike zone.
Graves a really nice job in 2 1/3 innings. 2 1/3, 2 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, 34 pitches, 22 for strikes.
Another good outing for a guy that they've continued to give more and more rope to, Brad. And so another good spot for him.
It's well put. So Mazzell, who bounced to short his first time. Mazzell, first one to greet Dylan Watts. And Dylan steps off, and he's having trouble with his PitchCom device.
Let all these things speed the game up. Couldn't just put a finger down. And everybody does it. I mean, it's not. I mean, it is. But
Alabama's had like 7 issues.
It happens 2 or 3 times a game.
Put a finger down. Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by East Alabama Health. Their team of first responders here tonight, providing first aid care at Plainsman Park. They do that at every Auburn Athletics home event. Watts now ready to go to work against Mizell. The pitch. Fastball popped up.
A
Left
mile
side. Guevara tracks it into foul territory. Look out, Eric. He runs out of room. Bounces just on the other side of the net on top of the Auburn dugout. That was in the air a long time.
A mile high.
It was like an old Cody Bliss punt.
It was. Cody Bliss.
How about that? Did you have a Cody Bliss reference on your bingo
one.
card?
No, not tonight. I did not.
Nothing in one to Mizell. Entered the game for Alabama after the catcher took a foul ball off the right hand. Pitch misses up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Neal started the game in left field, but when the catcher took a ball off the hand, they moved Neal back behind the plate, and they put Mizell in left field. 1-1 pitch. Fouled away.
Change up.
Yeah, at 84.
I started thinking about it a little bit. Use Addison Klepsch to run. Rembert's already a guy that's probably another one of your outfielders. And if K. Ballou's unable to go, Jet Johnson may be your only other outfielder. He may be a guy that you need to pitch an inning today.
That's a good point. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Mizell. Watts delivers. Bounced it up there. Tried to go breaking ball there at 1-2. Now the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Chase Fralick has done a little bit of that. You'd feel like, man, that'd be a tough spot after catching 17, 18 innings to go play the outfield and put Cale Strickland back there. You'd hope you don't have to get to that.
Here is the 2-2. A little topper foul off to the right.
Really interesting, Brad. It's been a lot of changeup, a lot of changeup for a guy that has 94, 95. We haven't seen him cut loose on the fastball.
That's the chess match, isn't it? Because Alabama knows about his fastball, and they've got to be looking for the fastball here. 2-2 pitch. Here it is. Fly ball center field. Terrell has it measured. Squares up, makes the catch. 95 on the fastball.
Yeah, and Brad, I mean, there's been some balls that you feel like that ball's got a pretty good swing on it. That was a decently hit fly ball, and it is 30 feet from the fence, maybe more than that.
This air is just pressing down on everything, isn't it? Like trying to punch underwater. Instead, they're trying to hit it.
Yeah, swing it like those old batters used to see swinging baseball bats underwater.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of what it feels like right now.
Bryce Fowler, the batter. First pitch to him, right down the middle. Strike 1, 95 again. Last time out against Georgia, Watts gave up 2 runs on 3 hits. Struck out 1 in an inning of work. The 0-1. Missed low, 1 ball, 1 strike. 6-3, Tigers lead. We're in the top of the 6th. Crowd's probably doubled in size or more since the start of this game.
I think a really good crowd that's gotten out here tonight.
1-1 on the way. Off speed, line, caught by McMurray at first. Graceful leap into the air and snagged by the veteran first baseman.
I was going to call him the nimble one.
Yeah.
And that did, because it was a late leap, but it was a perfect timed leap by Cooper McMurray.
2 up, 2 down. Couple of hard hit balls, but Auburn has made the plays. Let's give Coop our defensive play of the game.
Hey,
second time in 3 games.
For the way he's played defense for this series, I think it's well-deserved.
Defensive play brought to you by Cook's Pest Control. Don't forget to add pest control to your lineup. From keeping mosquitoes away to protecting against termites and clearing cobwebs, spring cleaning's not done till you call Cook's Pest Control. First pitch to Staten drops low, 1-0.
Looks like Jackson Sanders starting to throw a little bit. Just kind of getting ready.
Yeah, long tossing down there.
I think you'll have Jackson. Then start to get Hetzler a little bit loose as well, probably.
We're in the 6th, 1-0 pitch. Chopped foul past third. A ball and a strike to the Alabama second baseman.
Yeah, this is top of 6 right here. And you feel like, how many does Hetzler think he can get you? We saw 3 last weekend in Athens.
Johnston has not been a bad late game guy. either.
Yeah, I think in a starting inning situation, I think it'd be okay for him.
1-1, swung on and missed a low 93-mile-an-hour fastball.
Good pitch right there. Hey, finish right here if you're Dylan Watson. Another confidence boost opportunity for guys out of this bullpen.
6-3 Tigers, top of the 6th. The 1-2 pitch from Watts. Hit up the middle. Fabian Fields throws quickly, got him. Laser throw by Fabian on a slow rolling grounder, and Watts works a perfect 6th inning. Crimson Tide goes quietly in the 6th. Tigers lead 6-3, the bottom of the 6th. Straight ahead.
Big eating in Auburn and Opelika means Big Mike's Steakhouse. Famous for high-quality steaks cooked to perfection on an open-fire grill served in a relaxed, rustic atmosphere. It's happy hour at Big Mike's every Wednesday and Thursday from 4 to 6 and half off select appetizers, draft beer, and well drinks. And don't forget, a Big Mike's gift card will always be the perfect gift for a big city steak in your hometown. It's Big Mike's Steakhouse in Auburn at Shigjordan Parkway and Wire Road.
When bones get out of joint, the Orthopedic Clinic is here, providing expert care and surgery when needed wherever it hurts. Hand, wrist, foot, or ankle, back, neck, or hip. Offering minimally invasive surgery and cutting-edge joint replacement. Serving patients from throughout the region. See the sports injury experts for athletes of all types. Don't wait. Schedule an examination today. The Orthopedic Clinic. Call for an appointment 334-749-8303 or visit theorthoclinic.com.
This is Coach Butch Thompson. Back to more baseball on the Auburn Sports Network.
Thank you, Coach. New pitcher for Alabama on this Pepper Tree pitching change is Aiden Finateri, Finateri. 6 feet, 222, senior out of Watertown, Connecticut, and a transfer from Georgia Tech. Finateri, a right-hander. For the season, 1-0, 7 appearances, 4 in relief, earned run average of 3. He's given up 5 earned runs in 15 innings, 15 hits, 15 strikeouts, only 4 walks. He's hit 2 batters, given up 3 doubles, a homer. Team's hitting .250 against Aiden Finateri. What's he done in the league? In the SEC, 1-0, 2 outings, 1 in relief, 1 start. Earned run average of 318, 5 2/3 innings, 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts. Team's batting .238 against him in league play. Nice job by Myers.
Yeah, he kept Alabama in this game here, and this is almost, Brad, just watching him in warm-ups a little bit, this is almost a right-handed version of a soft tosser, based on what I saw. I saw an 87-mile-an-hour fastball, breaking ball. I don't think this is a guy that's going to come close to overpowering you. I think this is going to be a lot of all-speed, continue to slow the bat down and try to maybe sneak a fastball by. But, I saw 87 in pre-inning right there, rather.
Myers, 4 2/3, 2 runs, 4 hits. He didn't walk anybody. In fact, Alabama hasn't walked anybody tonight as a staff. Bottom of the 6th, little tapper foul right side. Fralick went after that.
89, a little bit better.
A little low, went after it, fouled it away. Chase, after 4 hits in last night's game, was 1 for 2 in the first game of the doubleheader. He's brought in a run with a sacrifice fly here in the nightcap, 0-1. Fouled off to the left side. 0-2.
Yeah, I wonder if the book on him has been breaking ball, because he's come out and thrown a couple of fastballs.
This is an Alabama team that has thrown a little higher percentage fastball than Auburn's other opponents coming in anyway. That was one of the questions this weekend. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, flied to left. In comes Mizell. He makes the catch for the first out of the inning. But one of the questions was, Jason, would Alabama go off of their identity a little more and throw Auburn more breaking balls, because the Tigers had struggled offensively with breaking balls.
And they have a pretty good bit. They've thrown some fastballs still, but they've thrown a lot of breaking balls, probably more than they're used to throwing. Auburn's got to get some offense going. You need some extra insurance here. 6-3. But the way they can swing the bat in some spots, you need to add a couple more.
Only one hit since the second inning. First pitch misses outside to Fabian, 1-0.
Yeah, that's. I know it's a long day, but you got to put some swings together, and too many fly balls right now.
Fabian 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out. 1-0 pitch to Derek. Pulled, foul past Carl Nonemaker at third. 1 ball, 1 strike. Auburn leads 6-3. Tigers have doubled up the Crimson Tide in hits, 8-4.
I think Hetzler is getting loose. I don't know if he's getting hot.
Yeah. Finateri off the full wind, the 1-1. Breaking ball right in there for a strike, 1-2. Just bent it right in there at 82. Now, can he get a fastball in quick enough to get by Fabian?
Yeah, I don't know.
Right-hander winds, plants, deals, and misses high and away. That one at 90. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 6th inning. Rubber game of the series. Auburn's senior shortstop stands back in, the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him at 89. 2 up, 2 down for Finateri here in the 6th.
Yeah, this has been a trying to mark my words here, but like they've not been non-competitive at bats for much of the last couple innings for Auburn. Way too many fly balls, more strikeouts than we've seen this weekend, and this hasn't been the top of the line starters for Alabama.
Here's Guevara for a second time tonight. First pitch to Eric. Couldn't stop his swing on a slider, 0-1. Guevara flied to right in his first at bat. Came into the game after Snow was hit by a pitch in the second inning. Snow and Carter out of the game, 0-1. Off the end of the bat, a fly ball into center. Bonamolo backs up, still going. He looks up. It's gone. He sent it out of here. Guevara hit a home run over the center field wall. Oh, my goodness. It just kept going and going. And the Tigers tack on a run. It's 7-3.
I can't believe that ball got out of here. The
I
center
can't
fielder
either.
can't either. I don't know that anybody believed that ball was getting out of here. We've seen some really big swings not get anywhere close to that. And that ball's the other way down, and he golfed it out of here, and it just kept going. And that shows you, though, you mentioned it, that shows you the power of Guevara right there.
Man, oh man, he has 10 hits on the year.
7?
8 of them are extra base hits. Second homer for Guevara. And the pitch to Rembert is high for ball 1. 398 feet. It left the bat at 102 miles an hour. Pitch is low, 2-0 to Chris Rembert, who's 1 for 3. Exit angle only 22.5 degrees.
Yeah, I mean, that when that ball left the bat, I was like, I'm not going to worry about that one. And it
1-0
just kept
pitch.
going.
Ooh, up and in, 3-0. And after giving up that laser home run, Finateri has looked a little rattled here in this at bat against Rembert. He hadn't been close. 7-3, Tigers lead. We're in the bottom of the 6th, 2-0. Strike, or 3-0. Strike down the middle. It's 3-1.
Yeah.
Scoreboard needs another ball on the board. 7 runs on 9 hits for Auburn now. Here's the 2-1. Ground ball, right field, base hit. Rembert has his 5th hit of the series, and over half of them, Jason, have been backside singles.
We're talking about quality at bats, and he just doesn't try to do too much now. And he's hit one out of the yard. When he gets a pitch he can handle, he'll do that. But he'll also go, hey, you can give me a pitch away. It's wide open. I'll take that. Yeah. With 2 outs, that's a really good swing to get Ike Irish to the plate.
Irish comes to the plate after the first 2 were out relatively easily. A fly to left and a strikeout. And we talked about the at-bats that look pretty easy for Finateri. Then a homer for Guevara to straightaway center. And there's a called strike to Irish on a breaking ball, 0-1. And a single to right by Rembert. 7-3, bottom of the 6th. Vinatieri comes set, spins, throws to first, and Rembert is back.
Yeah, I think in this situation, we talked about it earlier, with Ike Irish at the plate, right side open, I don't think you're running here. I think you want to give him as much room as you can.
Vinatieri looks home, comes home, runner goes, pitches inside, throw down is to the right of the bag, and it's a stolen base for Chris Rembert, his fourth of the season.
Yeah, I was wrong. He got a pitch to run on there, and not a real play at all other than trying to avoid the shortstop coming across his head. And here's one if you're Alabama now. Cooper McMurray struggled. You got Ike Irish at the plate, first base open. Do you try to make him go fishing here? You're Ike, look for something.
1-1. Popped up, backing out of play on an off-speed pitch. It's 1-2.
And probably swung a ball too.
Yeah.
And Ike will tell you sometimes his one thing is being too aggressive at times, overly aggressive, and he swung at a ball up and out of the zone. Now 2 strike, middle right side of the infield is wide open.
Second baseman deep, pitch inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Whew.
Almost gave up on that one a little bit too early. And I thought it was going to be really inside, and it didn't break very much.
Vinatieri trying to battle through. Irish trying to get the better of him, keep the inning going. Auburn with a run on Eric Guevara's home run. Rembert at second. He's going on contact. The 2-2 pitch. Inside, 3-2. Vinatieri has tried to hit that spot on back-to-back pitches with fastballs.
Yep.
And he's missed both times.
First base open. See if he comes back to that breaking ball, backdoor breaking ball to see if he can do it and see if Ike can serve it into left center field here and add another run.
McMurray would be next. He singled in his last at bat. Here's the payoff pitch to Irish. Foul ball. Fought off a breaking ball coming in toward him.
Did. Yeah, it probably got a little bit too much of the plate there, but it got in on Ike's hands a little bit.
Rembert at second after a single and a stolen base. 7 runs on 10 hits for Auburn, 3 runs, 4 hits, and an error for Alabama. Here's Vinatieri's 3-2 pitch to Ike. Swing and a drive, foul right side. That is off the front window of the 984 club.
Sending people scattering.
Yeah.
Ooh. I've seen more foul balls that were 60 or 70 feet foul than I can remember in a long time.
So we'll do it again. Pitch clock just now started. Here's another 3-2 to the Auburn right fielder. Nope, they spin, they throw back, and they nearly pick off Rembert. LeBron thought they had him. He's asking his dugout for a review, and Rob Vaughn wants a review. Rembert a long way off the bag. Vinatieri spun around.
The call at second base. Previous play is under review.
And it was a close tag by LeBron at short. So we'll get another look at it.
I thought with the naked eye, I thought Rembert got back in.
See, I thought the opposite, Jason. We'll see. LeBron broke to the bag. Did that right hand get in there?
Before he got tagged on the head? Yeah, I think he's in.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, tagged him on the
tagged
shoulder.
on the right shoulder. He did. He got that right hand in there. Jackson Services brings you replay reviews. When it's time to review your home's heating and cooling system, choose Jackson Services. JacksonServicesCo.com. 6th innings, worth a review if you're Alabama. You got a couple of them.
I don't know that if they say the glove's on there, he's out. And I thought he got in there. It sure looked like he got his hand in there before that happened. But
the angle we're seeing here,
I think he's out.
Where's the glove on the shoulder?
That's a big mistake if that's the case with Ike Irish at the plate.
The Alabama dugout clapping their hands. Yeah, if the glove's, is it on him right there? Yeah, it may be. And there. Yeah, he's not back to the bag. He's out. So this call is going to get reversed.
Yep.
Well, LeBron snatched that arm down, got the hand down quickly for the tag, and Alabama's player's already walking off the field.
After review, the runner at second base is out. Alabama retains its challenge and has 1 remaining for the game.
So there you hear the call from Scott Klein, home plate umpire and crew chief, and Ike Irish is left at the plate. He will lead off the 7th inning. We go to the 7th. And a new pitcher coming in for the Tigers, who lead 7-3. The 7th inning is coming up next.
It's Hetzler. They're going to try to get 3 out of him.
For 60 years, Four Seasons Federal Credit Union has been your trusted partner in financial services. With our awesome products and services, competitive rates, and lower fees, we've helped countless members achieve their financial goals. Join us so we can help you. Accounts federally insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required. Some restrictions apply. Ask for more details.
Follow AHS Baseball on 96.3 W. Lee. Presented by the Orthopedic Clinic, Mountain High Outfitters, Russell Building Supply, and Southern Union. Also brought to you by Auburn Bank, Franklin Tire and Auto, and Gooch Performing Arts Center. See the broadcast schedule at 963WLEE.com. Auburn High School Baseball on 96.3 W. Lee, an Auburn Network station.
This is Auburn Baseball on ESPN 106.7. Auburn Opelika's sports leader.
We go to the 7th inning. Tigers lead 7-3, and Auburn has brought in its closer, Ryan Hetzler. Hetzler out of Corona, California, transfer from Cal Baptist, right-hander, sophomore, 5'11", 176. Hetzler, 9 appearances, 2 saves, no record, and a 3.38 earned run average. 10 2/3 innings, 12 strikeouts. 5 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, just 1 walk. He's given up 2 doubles this year, a wild pitch, a hit batter, and teams are batting 139 against Ryan Hetzler. Now, we saw him last week against Georgia in the finale of that doubleheader, and he went 3 innings. And in those 3, now they were 3 quick innings. He threw 40 pitches. He gave up 1 hit. He walked 1. He struck out 2. Auburn is hoping here, bringing him in to start the 7th, that he can duplicate that 3-inning outing.
And that's the thing. The 40 pitches, he said, "Hey, I'm kind of done. I couldn't go back out for a 4th, and so you're going to have quick innings here, and 9 innings and 9 outs is a lot to cover here at the end of this game. You got a 4-run lead.
First pitch low.
Strikes.
Yep. First pitch low to Neal. A ball and nothing to count to the Alabama catcher. Hetzler deals. Swing and a foul tip into the mitt. 1-1. Yeah, look, 12 strikeouts, 1 walk. He's thrown strikes.
And 9-1-2.
Yeah.
It's really important to get through 9-1-2 right here.
1-1 to Neal. Fouled back, 1-2. Neal is 0 for 2. He slid to center, reached on a fielder's choice. Auburn leads 7-3. And the Tiger defense goes into the shift along the infield. Play him to pull in the outfield, too. 1-2. Missed outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hetzler, the 4th pitcher of the game for Auburn, 2-2. Missed outside, went after that outside corner, and the count is full to the number 9 hitter. Dylan Watts, 1 inning. And a clean inning at that. 3-2 pitch. Flied, left side foul, 3-2. Dylan Watts threw 13 pitches, 9 of them for strikes. Got 2 flyouts and a ground out. Griffin Graves, 2 1/3 scoreless. 2 1/3 scoreless. 3-2 pitch. And it hit him.
I think it's his ball 4.
Or inside, inside and off the mid of Freilich. And that is just the 2nd walk this year issued by Hetzler. And a bad time for it to the number 9 hitter.
I think it hit the umpire.
Gotcha. I knew it hit somebody.
We heard something, yes.
Yeah.
I think it
sure did. It got the umpire on the shoulder.
Freilich can hit the umpire on the shoulder.
And now back to the top of the order, Richie Bonamolo. Bonamolo 1 for 3. Right-handed batter steps in. He singled in the 5th. He has a couple of flyouts tonight as well. First pitch. High, ball one. Not a good start early here for Hetzler.
No, it's not. And you know, the 3-inning save situation is just a different feel. And thought they might try to squeeze another inning out of somebody else.
1-0. Swing and a miss. Beautiful breaking ball. 1-1.
That was the sharp slider that we've been seeing from Brian Hetzler right there.
7-3 Tigers. They've out-hit Alabama 10-4. We are in the top of the 7th. 1 on, nobody out. The pitch. Slider missed low, 2-1.
And you don't want to pitch from behind, especially to these two guys.
Sophomore right-hander ready to go. 2-1. Breaking ball, yanked foul over the net and into the Tiger terrace, sends folks scattering up there.
Another
2-2.
60, 70-foot wide foul ball.
Get that first out here in the inning. Try to build a little momentum for Hetzler. 2-2. Missed inside, counts full. He's gone full to the first two batters of the inning.
And change up this, and it wasn't really close there. You got to come in here. But fastball down and get him driving into the ground here.
Payoff pitch to the Alabama center fielder. Swing and a line drive to left field. That's down. It's going to be a double. Heading for third is Neal. Bonamolo stops at second there. He's got a stand-up double. And they're at second and third with nobody out in the 7th inning. And Justin LeBron, the nation's RBI leader, who doesn't have a hit in tonight's game, comes to the plate.
Yeah, and just that's just a hanging breaking ball, and when it gets 3-2, that pitch is too good over the center of the plate for these guys. And Hetzler's fastball's been good, and now you got Jackson Sanders up throwing hard, and you know it's hold on time now, and you got a lot of. I mean, again, you got 9 outs to cover.
First pitch to LeBron, strike at the knees.
Change up there.
0-1. They've had success with first pitch change-ups really all weekend long. 0-1 pitch. Fastball, gloved by Guevara. He comes home. Runner broke. They throw him out by a mile.
Great play.
Sharply hit, one hopper to third. Guevara gloved it cleanly, came home. The runner broke. Neal was off on contact, and they threw him out by 15 feet. First out of the inning. That's the kind of out that can really flip the momentum and feel of an inning, too.
Absolutely, it can. Because now you set up a double play situation now by keeping those guys at first and second. Incredible play by a guy that hadn't played defense in a while.
Right. Yeah, it's been a week and a half.
Yes.
Second ground ball that has come his way in tonight's game, and he handled it beautifully. Runners first and second, 1 down. Cade Snell, the hitter. Pitch, missed low with a fastball, 1-0.
Yeah, and here's one. You escape this right here, and man, you all of a sudden you go, okay, got a little life, a little energy if you're Ryan Hetzler.
Hetzler looks towards second, comes home. Breaking ball, pitch, called strike, 1-1. The Alabama dugout doesn't like that call at all. Rob Vaughn is really yapping at Scott Klein. I mean, barking at him from the dugout.
I thought it was a pretty good pitch down at the bottom of the zone, but I thought it was a pretty good pitch.
Now time called. Hetzler steps off, Snell steps out. Snell 1 for 3, a single to right field. He's also struck out and flied to center. He's 2 for 10 on the weekend. Pitch, slider, grounded foul past the first base coach's box. And Hetzler ahead in the count, a ball and 2 strikes.
Strikeout would be nice right here.
One out. 7-3 Tigers. The 1-2 pitch to Snell. Here it is. High fly ball, center field, shallow. Left center, Terrell. Over, looking up into the sky, makes the catch. Runner tags from second. The throw is cut off. Bub threw it to third. Fabian cut it off, but
just a freshman mistake right there.
The throw allows not only Bonamolo to get to third, but it allows LeBron to get to second.
Yeah, and you mentioned a little too nonchalant there from Bub. Come up throwing right there and throw the ball to second base at a minimum. You give up third, but you can't let the next runner get to second.
Yep, that's a learning moment there for the freshman in center field. He played the first half of the game and left. He moved over to center when Bristol Carter came up favoring his right leg, and they put Edwards in left, Terrell over in center. Here's Jason Torres, cleanup hitter, third baseman. 2 in scoring position, 2 out. First pitch, strike 1, slider. Torres has walked twice and struck out. He's 2 for 9 on the weekend. A single and a double for the right-handed hitter out of Hialeah, Florida. 0-1 pitch. Fastball, chopped up the middle. Rembert tries, but it's past him. Into center field, 2-run score. Throw comes into second. It's a 2-run single for Torres. His first 2 RBIs of the series, and that cuts the Auburn lead in half. It's now 7-5 Tigers. 2-run single up the middle. Rembert had him shaded that way, but just couldn't get to it in time. So here's Hodo. He represents the tying run here in the top of the 7th. 7-5, Auburn leads. 2 outs in the 7th. Pitch. Upstairs, 1-0. "21 pitches out of Hetzler here in the 7th. About half of what he had in 3 innings last week in Georgia. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball, called strike outside corner. 1-1 the count. Hodo's average has dropped just under 300. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, another called strike. He's thrown in the same backdoor breaking ball 2 pitches in a row to get ahead. Hodo 0 for 3 tonight. He's flied to center, flied to left, and struck out. Auburn pitchers, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks.
Yeah, and it's been the walks. I mean, even though it didn't
1-2 pitch.
Didn't come back to hurt you this inning, it set up the inning by putting base runners on base.
Pitch was outside. It's now 2-2. Now the full shift for the Auburn infield. Guevara takes over the shortstop spot on the field. Fabian at second. Rembert in deep or in shallow right field. 2-2. Breaking ball popped up to left. Edwards comes in. He calls off Guevara. Cole Edwards makes the catch in left for out number 3. So, Alabama cuts the Auburn lead in half. They get 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors, 1 walk, and 1 left on base. 7th inning stretch time here at Plainsman Park in the series finale. The rubber game, Auburn 7, Alabama 5.
Southeastern Industrial Contractors offers the path to a productive and successful career for hard workers of all ages, especially young people looking to jump straight into the workforce. Southeastern Industrial Contractors is now hiring for great-paying skilled trade positions. Managing partner Derek Harville is a proud Auburn University graduate with deep roots in the community. Give him a call at 334-209-6355 to learn more. Southeastern Industrial Contractors, 334-209-6355.
For 70 years, Max Credit Union has been more than just a financial institution. We've been a part of your community, your milestones, your dreams. At Max, you're not just a customer. You're a member, a neighbor, a friend. So as we celebrate 70 years of trust, service, and financial growth, we want to say thank you. Thank you for choosing Max, and thank you for letting us be a part of your journey. Max Credit Union, 70 years strong and just getting started. Federally insured by NCUA.
As we welcome you back to Plainsman Park, we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Tigers lead the Crimson Tide 7-5. Irish was at the plate when Rembert was picked off at second to end the 6th. Alabama then came in and scored 2 in the top half of the 7th. So they wrestled a little bit of momentum away, and Auburn will try to take it right back here with the heart of the order. Irish, McMurray, and Terrell, these powerful lefties against the righty Aiden Finateri.
Yep.
Nope. Yeah, Finateri.
Yeah, and again, we saw Alabama answer back. Auburn gets the solo home run. You think, man, you get a little bit of insurance there, and you give up 2 quickly to give them back. And so Auburn, can you answer back again right here?
Irish has a couple of hits in the game. First pitch to him is low for ball 1. He saw 5 pitches from Finateri last inning before the pickoff at second. 1-0. Missed low. Change up, floated up there at 77. Irish 2 for 3, a single, a double, 2 runs scored. 2-0 pitch. Fastball, strike on the inside corner, 2-1.
Need something started from your one of your captains, one of your best players right here. You need to answer back if you're Auburn and get a little bit more cushion going into the 8th.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball, missed low and in, 3-1.
Good job. Now you got a hitter's count. Make it be in the right spot here and get, like I said, get something going if you're Ike Irish.
Ike has an at-bat with his whole body, bending the knees, shoulders.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's all connected.
Like, again, competitive is his middle name.
3-1 offering. Swing and a little ground ball right side, slow roller fielded by Staten, and he throws out Irish. He got jammed. And a routine ground out for the first out in the 7th.
Yeah, and that's not the 3-1 swing you're looking for out of Ike Irish there. I mean, and it's a good pitch. But
he knows it, too. He's shaking his head coming back to the dugout.
Correct.
So here's Cooper McMurray. (7-5), Auburn leads it, bottom of the 7th inning. McMurray has been hit by a pitch. He singled in his last at-bat. Big cut there. Came up empty, 0-1. McMurray 1-for-2. Was hit by a pitch in the first. Came around to score.
Man, he is so due. I mean, he had one good swing tonight earlier in the first game, but
0-1 pitch. Ground ball, foul pass first, 0-2.
And again, that's the 3-1 swing by Ike Irish.
Yep.
That 0-1 swing by Cooper McMurray, those are swings that Butch Thompson was talking about Tuesday night. For 2 innings, we didn't see that from this team.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of those here lately, and they just haven't had that aggressive, competitive type swing.
The 0-2 from Finateri on the way. Swing and a high fly ball. Right side, foul territory. Hodo is called off. And the catch is made by LeBron. The shortstop makes the catch on the fly ball in front of the Alabama dugout. 2 up, 2 down. And here's Bub Terrell. I don't know that, you're not confident 7 runs is going to win the game the way the Alabama team comes back late.
And like, right now it feels like you're down by 5. Even though you're up by 2, everything in this ballpark feels like, uh-oh. And you're up by 2, but it has that feel right now, and that's why you need to get a little energy.
Terrell swings and lines one into right field. There's a base hit. How about Bub? 3 hits in the game. He's 3 for 4. It was Chase Freilich, a freshman, last night with 4 hits. Now Terrell with a 3-hit night, a 2-out single. See if that gets anything started. Lucas Steele.
Lucas has had a couple of swings where he just missed home runs.
Yeah. Steele with a single and a couple of ground outs. He's 1 for 3. 2 for 8. A couple of runs scored in the series. Finateri, the second guy out of the bullpen for Alabama tonight. And the pitch. Fouled back. Tried a fastball. 0-1 to count to Lucas. Transfer from Samford. He's out of Hoover. Special for him to be playing in this rivalry.
Absolutely. And a guy that grew up, Auburn fan, wanted to play in this series and see if he can get another big hit.
Here's the 0-1. High with the fastball, and it's 1-1. Yellowwood scoreboard, Duke leads Houston at halftime, 34-28 in the second national semifinal. 1-1 pitch. Runner goes. Pitch is a strike. Throw to second, tag applied, and he's out. A one-hop throw down to second, and that hop landed right in front of the bag.
And I think Justin LeBron, again, with a tag that was so good.
Yep. He
catches the ball coming up, and instead of bringing his hand up, he catches it and moves his hand down at the same time. Just an incredible tag. He's got great hands.
Second inning in a row that the third out is made at second base. A pickoff and a caught stealing, and Auburn is turned away in the seventh. No runs. One hit, no errors, nobody left. Steele will lead off the eighth for Auburn. Top of the eighth is coming up. 7-5, Tigers lead.
Hip pain is not to be taken lightly. It could be a sign of hip impingement. If pain, stiffness, or limping persist, see a hip specialist at the orthopedic clinic. Treatment includes non-surgical options, but if surgery is needed, minimally invasive arthroscopic hip surgery is only available locally at the orthopedic clinic. Don't wait. Schedule an examination today. Call for an appointment, 334-749-8303, or visit theorthoclinic.com.
War Eagle, this is Coach Bruce Pearl. If you want the latest on Auburn basketball and the SEC, keep it locked right here on Auburn Opelika's sports leader, ESPN 1067. The only place you can get 7 straight hours of local sports talk, starting with the Max Roundtable at 11 a.m., On the Line with Jacob Goins at 2, followed by The Drive with Bill Cameron and Dan Peck at 4. ESPN 1067.
Ryan Hetzler needed 26 pitches to get through the seventh. Gave up a couple of runs. He'll face the 6, 7, and 8 hitters here in the eighth. Mizell, Fowler, and Staten for Alabama. Auburn on top 7-5. Tigers nearly doubling up the Crimson Tide in hits. 11 hits for Auburn, 6 for Alabama. First batter of the inning is Mizell, and the first pitch is a breaking ball that is called ball 1, a little high. Mizell is 0 for 2 since coming into the game. He's grounded out and flied out. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball, missed the outside corner, 2-0. Conecuh Sausage, the official sausage and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh's a game day favorite. It's always great on the grill or anywhere else you have it. Pick up a pack at your local grocery store. 2 balls, no strikes. Hetzler kicks and fires and gets a called strike on the outside edge, 2-1. He's worked away from Mizell in the first 3 pitches of the at-bat. This is a day of attrition. Not just a game of attrition, but doubleheader day, 2-1. Popped up on the infield. Fabian settles underneath it, waits for it to drop. He makes the catch, 1 away.
Yeah, a quick 1-2-3 inning would be really nice for Ryan Hetzler and the Tigers.
Alabama has seen its starting catcher, Plattner, exit the game with an injury. Auburn has seen Snow exit after being hit in the head by a pitch, and Carter exit after coming up favoring his right leg.
Yep. You're going to have to get through Bonamolo and LeBron again, but you'd rather that be in the 9th inning.
Next inning, no doubt. Fowler steps in. First pitch to him, low and inside, ball 1. Hetzler's fallen behind the first 2 hitters in the inning. He got the pop-up from Mizell. Fowler was hit by a pitch and scored in the second. He has singled and lined out to first. 1-0. Breaking ball, didn't get the inside edge, and it's 2-0.
Again, falling behind. And that sets you up to have to make really good pitches, and also lets Alabama free up.
Pitch. Called strike, outside corner. This at-bat is mirroring the Mizell at-bat.
I'll take another pop-up to short. That'd
sure.
be fine.
Here's the 2-1. Breaking
Outside.
ball missed outside. It's 3-1.
Cannot have a free base. Can't do it.
That would bring the tying run to the plate here in the 8th inning. Tigers lead 7-5, 3-1. Breaking ball popped up on the infield. Fabian ready for another one. He's got it. 2 down.
They want to do it a third time. I'll take a 2-0 start if they do it again one more time.
Yeah, they just went back and replayed it.
Yeah.
So 2 up, 2 down.
Need to get Staten here to where 9 leads off.
Yeah.
And you don't have the top of the order up.
Staten a 3-run home run in the second.
Swung the bat pretty well tonight.
Yeah. That was the only Alabama offense until the 7th. First pitch called strike, 0-1. Gets ahead of the second baseman. And he's ready to work quickly. Hetzler rocks and deals. High pop, left side, foul ground. Guevara into foul territory.
Outta here.
He will not have room. Bounces on the concourse.
Kept floating.
Yep.
Sometimes those will curve their way back in a little bit. That one just kept riding out.
Nothing in 2 the count. Well, you're 1 strike away from that 1-2-3 inning.
Yes, and it would be vitally important.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Staten take all the time that he can here to try to disrupt the rhythm. Well, maybe not. Steps in there. Hetzler's 0-2. Got him swinging.
That's the pitch.
Got him to chase the slider. 1-2-3-8 for Hetzler. He got the quick inning that he needed. Tigers lead 7-5. Bottom of the 8th inning. Straight ahead.
Big eating in Auburn and Opelika means Big Mike Steakhouse. Famous for high-quality steaks cooked to perfection on an open-fire grill served in a relaxed, rustic atmosphere. It's happy hour at Big Mike's every Wednesday and Thursday from 4 to 6 and half off select appetizers, draft beer, and well drinks. And don't forget, a Big Mike's gift card will always be the perfect gift for Big City Steak in your hometown. It's Big Mike's Steakhouse in Auburn at Shigjord Parkway and Wire Road.
Hey everybody, this is Jacob Goins, host of On the Line on ESPN 106.7. If you ever miss a part of my show from 2 to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday, you can catch up with the podcast posted after every show. Find the podcast wherever you get your podcast or at espnau.com or on the ESPN 106.7 app. Never miss a minute of On the Line with the podcast at espnau.com. On the Line, weekday afternoons from 2 to 4 p.m. on ESPN 106.7.
Auburn leads 7-5. Tigers come to bat in the bottom of the 8th inning, and as they do, Alabama makes a Pepper Tree pitching change to right-hander Hagan Banks. Banks, number 36, 6'4", 210, redshirt junior out of Plainville, Georgia, Calhoun High. Banks on the season is 0-1 in 8 appearances, a 174 earned run average, 10 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 6 walks, 12 strikeouts. He has hit a batter, thrown a wild pitch. Teams are hitting 121 for the year against Hagan Banks. In SEC play, 0-1, a 540 earned run average. 3 appearances, 3 1/3 innings, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts, and only 1 hit against him, 2 runs. So teams are just 1 for 10 against Banks in the league. Big right-hander is the 4th pitcher of the night for Alabama, and Banks will have Steele, Carter, and Freilich due up here in the 8th. 7-5, Tigers on top, bottom of the 8th inning. Finateri 2 innings, a run on 3 hits, no walks, and a strikeout. Alabama has not walked anybody tonight. The starter, Alcock, went just a third of an inning, gave up 4 runs. Myers then 4 2/3, pitch, swing, and a foul tip into the mitt by Steele. 0-1 to Lucas. He was at the plate when Terrell was thrown out stealing for just the 2nd time this year. 0-1. Fastball, line toward right, and Fowler, it's over his head. 1 hops the wall. Steele trying for 2. Throw comes in, tag applied, he's out. 3rd inning in a row, and the 3rd out in the last 7 that has come at second base. It's a base hit for Steele, but a really good throw by Fowler. He played it perfectly. 1 hopped the wall, he gathered and threw a strike to LeBron at second, and he was 3 feet in front of Steele. So 1 down. Pitch called strike to Cole Edwards. Edwards 0 for 1 with a strikeout. His first at bat was the 5th. 0-1 pitch. Outside, a ball and a strike. 1-1. Swing and a miss. He went after a high fastball at 89. A ball and 2 strikes. Banks, the right-hander, goes to work, the 1-2. Called strike 3 in the outside corner. Throws him with a fastball. 2 away in the 8th. And here's Fraley. 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. Drove in his 27th run of the season. Came into this game batting .366. Tops on the team. And the first pitch to Fraley. Right through the heart. Strike 1. Looking ahead to the 9th, Alabama has the 9-1-2 hitters due up. 0-1 pitch. Inside. A ball and a strike. Shift is on against Fraley with 2 outs and nobody on base here in the 8th. The pitch. Checked his swing. He turned his shoulders, didn't really offer at it. Pitch was down and in, that back foot slider. And it's 2-1. Tigers trying to win the series. 2-1, popped up on the infield. Who wants it? Trio of players converge. It is LeBron, the shortstop, who calls everybody else off on the right side of the diamond and makes the catch. Well, the leadoff single by Still, a 1-hop the wall, but he was thrown out trying to stretch it to a double. No runs, a hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. All right, can the Tigers get the 3 outs they need to close it out and beat Alabama in the weekend series? Hetzler back on the mound. He'll try to do it after you hear this.
The Goose Performing Arts Center at Auburn University is Alabama's premier destination for the arts, bringing you the very best of Broadway, dance, music, and more. Learn more about upcoming performances and see the calendar of events online at gougecenter.auburn.edu. That's GOGUE center.auburn.edu. Or call the box office 334-844-TIXS.
Four Seasons Federal Credit Union. Homegrown and member-owned.
For 60 years, Four Seasons Federal Credit Union has been your trusted partner in financial services. With our awesome products and services, competitive rates, and lower fees, we've helped countless members achieve their financial goals. Join us so we can help you. Accounts federally insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required. Some restrictions apply. Ask for more details.
This is Auburn Baseball on ESPN 106.7. Auburn Opelika's sports leader.
Auburn is 15-1 when leading after 8 innings. The problem is that one came in the first game of today's doubleheader, where Alabama hit a 2-run homer to go ahead 6-5. They won it by that final score. Tigers lead here 7-5. And Ryan Hetzler has thrown 2 innings of relief. He has 1 strikeout. He's given up a couple of runs on a couple of hits. He has thrown 39 pitches. And he goes to work against Neal. First pitch outside, ball 1. Both dugouts heavily engaged in this one. Both these teams have won their share of 2-run games this year. 1 and 2-run games. 1-0. Steve Reich, slider. 1-1. Crowd can play a big part, giving the youngster a little extra wind. The 1-1 pitch. Outside with the breaking ball. It's 2-1. Hetzler, 40 pitches last week in Athens was his season high by almost double. And now he's at 41, the 2-1 pitch. Outside, it's 3-1. Number 9 hitter, Neal, walked in the 7th. He was the first batter that Hetzler faced. And he's a ball away from walking the number 9 hitter again. The 3-1 pitch. Fastball, strike 2. At the knees, maybe a little under. And Neal was already ready to toss that bat away. Auburn infield goes into the shift. Top of the 9th inning, Tigers 7, Crimson Tide 5. Hetzler's payoff pitch. Swing and a pop-up into shallow right field. Irish is ready for it, and he makes the catch for the first out. It was on the outer half, and Neal reached out for it. Popped up to right, one away. You're going to have to get the top of the order anyway. We'll see how Hetzler does his second time against Bonamolo. Bonamolo doubled against him in the 7th inning, came around to score on Torres's 2-run single. Carl Nonemaker comes out of the Auburn dugout and sets the defense. Bonamolo 2 for 4. First pitch, strike down the middle. A fastball at 91. 0-1 the count. Bonamolo with a couple of hits in his last 2 at-bats in Game 1 of the doubleheader today. He's repeated that in Game 2. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, fly to center. Terrell comes in, settles, catches, 2 away. 2 down. And now here is Justin LeBron. Great to see him in a 2-run game with nobody on base. The crowd that is here is getting behind Hetzler and the Tigers. First pitch to LeBron. Here it is. He took it low and outside for ball 1. LeBron has reached on a fielder's choice and scored, and he's grounded out 3 times. He's hit it on the ground all 4 times tonight. The 1-0 pitch. Floats a breaking ball and gets a pop-up. Shallow right field, who wants it? Rembert is under it. He's got it, and the Tigers win. Auburn spills out of the dugout. Auburn wins the game 7-5. Auburn wins the series 2-1. And for the 3rd time in 4 years, the Tigers have beaten the Crimson Tide. Final score, 7-5. Auburn improves to 6-6 in SEC play. Alabama falls to 7-5. Tigers get their 22nd win of the season, and Ryan Hetzler, a 3-inning power save for the Tigers, his 3rd save of the season. Stay tuned. We've got the Regions Bank postgame show coming up from a happy Plainsman Park. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Achilles tendonitis is often as painful as it sounds. The Orthopedic Clinic is here to help get you back.